Looks like I got a Nook Mouse, but we're not using that today. We're just trying to get back to the island so we can get the show going. Okay, so far it looks like it's going okay. Don't know what happened there. Alright, we are back live.
Alrighty. You know, a little intense thunderstorm going on over in Aquin, so it may have kicked you. I apologize.
Yes, who knows what can happen in these rough times. But I'm going to go ahead and close that real quick so no one peeks at our code while I sneak in.
And then when you're back, we have a few more outfits from our contenders here, our participants.
By the way.
What's
Still?
That? Huh?
It's not streaming out either right now?
It's not streaming on either. And we just sent out a tweet to say that we're having a few technical difficulties, but it is not streaming on either.
Really?
It's showing live on Twitch.
Not. Okay, yeah. It's back. It's back. It's back.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank goodness. I got real nervous there for a second because I genuinely don't know what else. I would have had to like literally shut off every single thing in my house until. All right, I'm gonna enter this code real quick, and we're gonna get this going. Yeah, technical difficulties they happen, people. You know, streams can't always be perfect, but you know, these outfits are perfect, and we're gonna get back to see more of them in a second. So it's gonna let me in right now. Aquin, here we go. Let's fly.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's get this show back on the road. You got this, Wilbur. I know you can. I believe in you.
And thank you for everyone watching on Twitch and YouTube for sticking with us. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we are back online. Once Brandon is here, we will show off the last few looks from each of our participants, and then we will invite a new wave to come to the island. And while we're doing that, we'll, you know, be talking, keeping you guys some company while Nintendo does its slow Nintendo internet things.
All right. Let's take the flight of the dodos, as it were.
Yes, yes.
But while I'm taking a quick flight, I'm very happy with all the designs we've been seeing so far.
Yes, they've been beautiful.
They've been absolutely gorgeous. And also, just so people are aware, you know, now that we're back online, this Pride Month we are raising donations for the Trevor Project, the leading national organization providing crisis intervention and suicide prevention services to lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning LGBTQ youth under 25. If you're able to, please consider donating in the link below. Oh, look at them all waiting for me. Wonderful. We're going to get this show back on the road in a second. We're making water landing, but that's okay because this is a seaplane. And also, if you like what we're doing and you want to learn more about us, you can visit our website at HPCritical.com. We have a number of articles written by an awesome team of writers. We also have segments, podcasts, streaming, and more. Sign up to our newsletter to always be up to date from our wonderful team. You'll also be the first to know when our next tournament is and how you can sign up to participate. Ashiag10 says hello. Hello! Thank you for joining us today. Let me get this umbrella on because I'm getting soaked out here. Alright. Let me go ahead and head back to the stage. And also, HP Critical recently created a Patreon account. If you're loving the stream, our podcast, and articles, check out our Patreon and help support us grow while getting exclusive stickers, merch, and access to exclusive content. You could potentially even guest on some of our podcasts, much like the one we're doing at the end of this stream. Alright, I'm back in my seat. Let me get my phone ready. And let me get in position here.
Get that camera up. Let's do this.
Alright. I am ready when you guys are. Let's get this show back on the road.
Alrighty, so back at the top of the order, we will have one last outfit from Brianna.
Wonderful. Look at that.
Yes.
Pride Lives Matter shirt. I love it. nice and casual. No, I love it. Absolutely love it.
Yes, I love the Pride look over the Black Lives Matter hand. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Wonderful outfit.
Alrighty, so that will bring us to Lewis.
Cool.
Another beautiful flower crown. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, sir. With the rainbow plaid and the flower outfit with the tambourine and the sandals. We love it. We love it.
I am feeling it. I love this flower child pride look. Absolutely.
The very own Rosie from Animal Crossing says hi. Hi! Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming to our pride event. We love you, Rosie. You are the most adorable cat.
All right, let's see Adriana next.
Ooh, look at this fairy tale princess outfit. Yes. Wonderful.
I love the candy look. It's great.
Oh man, it's like we're Sugar Rush from Wreck-It Ralph.
Right? Exactly.
Absolutely great. Put this girl as a racer in that game.
All right, we have one more outfit from Lewis. Let's see it.
Let's see it. Bring it out. Oh, I see the changing outfit too, and here it comes. What is it? Oh!
Yes!
Kung Fu outfit Chun-Li style. Yes, Chun-Li!
Yes, Chun-Li!
Keep coking all over these people. Yes!
Absolutely. Oh my god, I love it.
Absolutely. Go win Evo, my friends. Ah, love the look. Absolutely love it.
Alrighty, so we have one more look from Adriana as well. Let's see it.
Come through. Yo, look at the rose outfit that we got here. Those are not roses, it's like lilies, but you know what I mean. It's a beautiful floral arrangement dress, very cute.
Hibiscus, I'm about it.
Thank you, thank you for saying that.
I got you.
Thank you. It's absolutely gorgeous.
So beautiful. Oh my gosh. All right, so that does it for wave 1 of our fashion show. I'm sorry for the interruption in between, but let's just go ahead and have everyone come back out so that way we can, clap for our beautiful models that have come all the way here to show off their looks. Yes.
Parade ready. Oh, and he's ready for the parade later. Yes.
Yes, I'm loving it. Oh my god.
Everyone at home, I hope you're also giving a nice round of applause to all of our participants for Wave 1. They all brought their great outfits.
All of their beautiful outfits and designs. I'm absolutely loving it.
Great way to get this show started. They all did wonderfully.
Alrighty, so with that, I am going to end the session. So I apologize, Brandon. I know you just got back, but I am going to have to kick you off.
Hold on. Before you do, let me just do one of these.
Alright.
Well, it is what it is. We gotta all get kicked out. So.
Soon. We will get our next wave of participants in here. So as I start to send out those Dota codes, we'll be telling you a little bit about our website, a little bit about our Pride event today, and then also potentially speaking with some of our models. So thank you guys so much for showing up. And then just stick around with us a little bit longer. We have 2 more waves of people to get through.
For sure. Very good event so far. So we'll be getting our next event going on, Wave. And yeah, fashion show is going really well. We've had some really great outfits going down. All right, let me know when you got that Dodo code. But in the meantime, as I head home back to my island, just to let you all know, this Pride Month we're raising donations for the Trevor Project, the leading national organization providing crisis intervention and suicide prevention services to lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning LGBTQ under 25. If you're able to, please consider donating at the link that we have available for you guys. Alright, so I'm heading back to the island real quick. Just for a quick pick me up.
And I'm almost getting that Dodo code. The Dodo's got to talk to you for a little bit.
Yeah, gotta chat you up before you make that code. It is what it is.
Yeah. They want to ask you how your day's been. What's the weather like?
So I'll just take a little long walk on the beach in the sunset as we wait for the code to go on, Get this little bonfire going on here, My island just got to keep warm in this cold. even though it's summer.
Sometimes it's still cold by the beach in the summer, and that's fine.
It's true. The ocean is cold. Sometimes that goes to the beach as well.
Alrighty, I have a new dodo code up, so we are going to be inviting people.
Perfect. I'm heading back to the airport.
Let's get this code to you first, Brandon, so that way you can make it in here while we get everyone else online.
Sounds good to me. Yes, I do want to fly. I would love to go back to the island. I want to visit someone. Naturally online play. Thank you so much for asking, however.
Thank you for putting that as the first option for me.
How do I want to travel? Why, dodo code, since you asked so nicely. Enter the code. I'd love to, but first, before I do that, I'm gonna have to go ahead and show hide this screen for a second. So apologies for the darkness that you guys are seeing on the screen right now while I enter this code. There you go, keyboard. I know you can do it. I wonder if someone like really knows the Animalese well, they can just like hear the sound and figure it out.
Right, they can just figure out what you're typing.
He's like, I trained for this. You know what? Maybe you disagree, Marissa, but I'm just going to go ahead and say this. If you train that hard in Animal Crossing to get that, and you figure out the code that way, you know what? Come through. Come through. You earned it. If you start destroying the island, you're going to get that boot, of course. But if you behave yourself, then you've earned it.
Yeah, and I put a lot of work, so yeah, I might not necessarily agree with that specifically, but I do I do definitely recognize that would take some skill and definitely a lot of time.
Yeah, it really would. Anyway, we're getting this flyby right now. I think I'm the first one coming through this time for the second go, but then we'll be joined by all of our Wave 2 people, wonderful Wave 2 people.
Yeah, so that way what we're going to do is that you're here first, so as everyone comes through, you can see their introductions, so their titles and their in-game name. We are going to, just to kind of let everyone know, we are going to have a very dear friend of their site, Toby, who's going to be joining us, as well as Callum, and then again, David with a couple. Look.
Sounds good. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. All right, and we have touched down on land. Let me get all my stuff visible once more. Just doing a quick monitor on the chat just to make sure everything's going. And let me get my umbrella back on.
Yeah, for all of this rain.
All right, back to the stage we go.
Yeah, if you head back to the stage, I'll wait so that way I can guide anyone who's on their way to their island. And then once I come and take our seat, we will be good to go.
Absolutely.
So next up, let's get Toby in here.
Sure thing. And, while you're doing that, I'll just show the people some of the work that you've put on so far. We got this nice camera here to show off all the people that come down the runway. Of course, you've seen the 2 seats that myself and Marissa sit down as we get to see everybody come down. We got these beautiful rangers here. Double soundtracks here, both playing KK Bubblegum, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, they are.
Yes, absolutely. And for all of our fans, you may recognize that we did have a Bubblegum playing for our very own commercial that we had for this Pride Parade month. So, wanted to keep that theme going on here. We got double fountains here because it's extra glamorous. They've been going down the runway. If you notice, every time you're going down the runway, the lights will actually guide you. If you guys didn't know. So as you're going down, the lights will keep lighting up, so you get to constantly see how it's going down here. Love these things. They are the best. We got a little backstage area here. This is where everybody is getting ready. They'll be hiding there in the when everything is up here.
Yeah, the screens make it so that way, the surprise, the surprise of each outfit kind of greets everyone as they make their way down, so that way we don't have any spoilers or see anything in advance.
Absolutely, which is great. Anyway, it looks like our first visitor is coming on. Let's see who it is.
Once we save, once we think about it a little bit.
So our first visitor is none other than Toby himself.
He's a flapping something or other, coming all the way from the UK for this special Pride event.
Yes, Alton Oak from the UK Islands. We love to see it. Yes, he's a very dear friend of ours. We are very happy that he is coming with us into this event. Quite late for him over there. Not as late as it was for our Smash Tournament Pokemon tournament we've had the previous 2 days. But still.
Yeah, and Toby did say that flapping something or other that he meant to change it, but honestly, Toby, it's beautiful. I love it. It's great. Don't even worry about it. Do
not worry. We love it. At least he'll be able to sleep a little earlier tonight.
Yeah, poor boy.
Poor boy. Oh yes, and here he comes in this cute cat, like the cat floral announcement, cat floral arrangement.
Oops.
Oh, and also, people, if you like what we're doing, you want to learn more about us as well, you can visit our website at hpcritical.com. We have a number of articles written by an awesome team of writers. We also have segments, podcasts, streaming, and more. Sign up to our newsletter to always be up to date from our latest and from our wonderful team. You'll also be the first to know what our next tournament is and how you can sign up to participate. Perfect. Just getting him set up. And then we'll be bringing in the next of our wonderful contestants to this fashion show.
We got a Tobu back there, getting ready to look cute like he always does.
Always.
It's fine.
It's absolutely fine. Also, people, HPCritical recently created a Patreon account. If you're loving this stream, our podcast, or our articles, check out our Patreon and help support us grow while getting exclusive stickers, merch, and access to our exclusive content. You can even potentially guest spot in some of our podcasts that are coming up.
Yes,
definitely some hints.
Seriously, guys, go look at our Twitter for some of the beautiful stickers that were made for our Patreon. Like, oh my god. They are so great by our talented artist at HPCritical. Shout out to Eddie. And, maybe she doesn't want me to, but I'm going to shout out Kayla anyway because her art is beautiful and she's great.
Yes, she's great. Her art is great.
We also have bracelets that are made for the Patreon by Steph, who you guys all got to see walk down the runway.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of heart, love, and soul into our website, and we just want to be able to share that with you guys more. So be sure to check out our Twitter for all of those goodies, sneak previews and stuff like that, and then also our Patreon so that you can sign up and support our site. Thank you guys so much.
Most definitely. And by the way, Marissa, your wife from Kayla just letting you know that she loves you. In the chat. And then Rough and Tumble Shy Kid Callum is coming from Caltopia.
Yes.
Rough and Tumble Shy Kid. I love that. I love that title. Absolutely love that title. And Jarrell saying that he loves us all. We love you, Jarrell.
So much love. I'm over here blushing, just waiting for it.
This whole entire event so far has been nothing but love. I'm absolutely here for all of it. Starting that descent. Getting yourself a little preview of these outfits. Their first outfits anyways.
Yes.
Before they get to
it's like a little teaser before the actual runway look.
Just a little tease, just a smidge tease, and then they'll get to actually properly display it on the runway, along with all the other outfits they've gotten together. Look at that pink hair and that baseball outfit with the knit cap. I love it.
Feeling it.
I'm really feeling it.
Alrighty, we did have a couple of no-shows, so Brandon, if you don't mind, I might actually walk down the runway with everyone once we get David back here.
Not at all. You can absolutely. I would love to see some of your outfits.
Thank goodness I always have that wand equipped.
Oh yes, that one is a godsend.
Oh, I see you back here, Toby.
Oh, what's he doing back there? That cheeky, that cheeky devil.
There's some wand action going on back here. You know.
Just dancing a little bit as we wait. I hope you all enjoy my dance.
All right, and David is on his way. Once
Awesome.
David is here, we can get started. I will not be joining the seat next to you, though. I will fall in line behind my beautiful David.
All right, I will do the commentating here. Twirl the umbrella. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain.
And while we have a little bit of downtime, I would like to also say that if you guys are watching the stream, you probably noticed the donation link for the Trevor Project. This month, because we are celebrating Pride Parade, we are gathering donations for the Trevor Project. It is a hotline to help LGBTQ plus youth who, you know, are struggling with things. That way they have someone that they can talk to. It's for young people who are under the age of 25. So if you do have the means to donate, we do ask that you could to help out this wonderful organization during Pride Month.
Absolutely. And let's see who our next visitor is going. Is this David? It is Unhindered Clown Levad from Lindblom himself. Now we did not get to see his introduction last time because, you know, he was already here, just kind of just chilling, waiting for this whole event to get started. But now you get to see
waiting on you know.
All right, it is going down. He is coming down, touching down. All right, the starting descent. Let's see.
Yeah, and once again, we would like to thank everyone for just hanging out with us a little bit longer because, you know, the dodos are a little bit slow in getting everyone here together. But now we do have everyone officially here. Once David is back in the lineup, we will go ahead and be starting first with Tobes, even though I know he said he didn't want to go first. Technically, he's not. There's already been other participants.
That's right.
Alrighty, so let me put that order in the chat for everyone who's participating.
And I will get the camera in position here.
Yes, yes, yes. Alrighty. I see you over there emoting, you cute little boy. Come on. Let's get you into line. Alrighty, so we are all officially backstage here, ready to go. So let's start with Tobes.
Let's do it. Bring it on in. Look at this outfit. Oh my god, it's very Harlequin-esque. He's got like the mask with the umbrella. Oh my god, I absolutely love it. Oh my goodness, it is so good. Absolutely adore it. Beautiful, beautiful outfit. like a great clown Harlequin. Absolutely great. Absolutely great. Very cute. All right, who's up next?
All right, next will be Callum.
Callum, bring it down. Ooh, look at this outfit. Very nice. Got a cute pink outfit with the bow and the bubble gum. Very fitting with our whole KK bubblegum theme here. It's absolutely great.
That look is on brand for the song we've got playing right now. I absolutely love it.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Thank you so much, Callum. Great outfit.
Alrighty, let's see David.
David, come back and let's see what you got. Here we go. Look at that rainbow umbrella, rainbow raincoat. Fantastic, fabulous. Come in and bring it over. Oof. Yes. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yes, twirl that umbrella. Show the world. One final bow, absolutely. Oh, and I just noticed there's like a heart at the back of it. All right, and now we got you.
Oh, you recognize this look, but don't worry about it. Y'all mind if I talk about trans rights?
Look at her! Look at her! Look at that cute sweater with the sandals. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it.
Alrighty, let's see Tobes again.
All right, bring it in. Ooh, look at that outfit. Ooh, we got the kiss dress. We got the long stockings with the floppy hat. I love it. And a rain umbrella as well. Good
yes.
stuff.
Shout it out, Toby. You do it.
Toby. A lot of support for Toby in the chat as well. They are loving our.
We all love our British boy. We can't help it.
We cannot help it. It is great.
Alrighty, so let's see Callum.
Bring it in. Yo, we got the rainbow caterpillar outfit back with the pink cowboy boots and the princess attire. We had a caterpillar king last time. Now we got a caterpillar princess. Yes. with the wand and everything. Absolutely beautiful. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Callum. Oh my goodness. Wonderful outfit you got on there.
Alrighty, so it'll be David again.
Come back. Come through, my boy.
Do it.
Oh, here it is. Transform. Sailor boy! Sailor boy! Yes!
Oh my god,
with the parasol! Yes. Oh, yes!
Honestly, keep the ladder out. It completes the look. I'm about it, David.
Oh yeah, keep the ladder out. You were coming out from sea, man. You sailed your way into our hearts with that outfit, man. Oh man, sailor boy. Look at him go, man. It is wonderful. Absolutely love the sailor outfit. I will sail with my boy David any day.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Alrighty, here
Welcome
I
back,
come
Marissa.
again.
Ooh, look at it. Look at that.
You know,
it's a very
cute
dress.
little bit bashful with my rainbow cardigan made by someone by the name of Kylie.
Oh, she did a great job. Look at it. The rainbow cardigan is beautiful.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and see Tobes again.
Alright, come back through. Oh. Let's see it. Whoa! Oh wow! Look at that outfit. It's ooh, the mustache. A steampunk outfit. Oh, steampunk outfit. Codename Steam.
Yes.
Oh yes. Wonderful. With the top hat and the steampunk outfit, absolutely adore it. The steampunk glasses. It's the full steampunk. Oh man. Very good. Very good. On the runway change.
Let's see Callum.
Bring it in. Oh! Look at this fruity outfit. Strawberry dress, melon glasses, pineapple hat. And is that like, it looks like almost like a pineapple umbrella itself. Oh, I absolutely adore it.
I think it's a kiwi one.
Kiwi,
yes,
thank
twirl
you.
it for the camera.
Oh my goodness, yes. Full fruit outfit. Very good, very fruity, very nutritious. It's a very refreshing change in these rainy times.
You know, in these rainy days here on Aquin. So next up will be David.
Bring it in.
Yes, run down that walkway.
Going
Do
from sailor
it.
to Cashmere.
Yes, I love the switchy outfit.
Look at it.
And that
man,
blue
the
bubble
hat
gum, yes.
and the gloves. David is about to cast a spell on all of us with that outfit, and we are here for it. Show us the power, my friend. Show us the absolute power. And just a little bit of smirk going on there, because you know it's not that it ain't that an innocent outfit, and we are here for it, man. Absolutely.
You know, just casting a little bit of a spell on all of our hearts with his beautiful looks.
Damn right.
Alrighty, here I come again with
Oh
something
my
I
God! Look at that!
actually
Look
did
at that!
myself.
Look at that
Not
cute
good.
outfit. No, it is a beautiful. Look at it. I love that. I love the headband to go with it as well.
Yeah.
Show them.
Alrighty, let's see Tobes again.
Come on out. Is that him? Come on. Oh, look at this! Look at it! Oh, we got the flower kimono with the with the Japanese parasol as well, and the hat. Oh man, Toby is ready, man. Oh man, look at it.
Don't get cold in this rain, Toby.
Absolutely wonderful. I love this Eastern outfit that he's rocking. Absolutely wonderful.
Alrighty, let's see Callum again.
Come on out.
Yes, with this
Callum.
dress.
Look at
and
it.
The crown.
Look at it. Dress, crown, the glass, Mardi Gras mask. Whew. The power on this outfit. The power. The mask king princess. It is fantastic. Wonderful.
Alrighty, let's see David.
Come on out.
Show it. Do it.
Twirl your wand and hit into.
I mean, hey, you don't have to know, alright? Pride is a journey, and you will find out once you get there.
The eye patch with the fanny pack and the shirt and the shorts brings to the mind of a child that got stung by a bee one time, but still is here to walk and show how much they're ready to have some fun. This outfit embodies the element of having a good time, and David is here to show you all that he's having a great time. I am here for it. Great outfit, man. Great outfit. With the bubble gum that even sells that idea even further. Wonderful.
Alrighty, here I come to steal your girl.
Oh man, I'ma steal your girl with that suit. Oh man, you can have her. She will be lucky. That is a great outfit with the rose and the suit. Heck yes. Absolutely here for it. Shy by, yes. Absolutely.
Alrighty, so let's see one more look from Tobes.
Alright, let's see it. Oh! Look at that red dress with the crown. Wonderful. And the umbrella, absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And those like floral shoes as well. Really goes with the outfit as well. I am here for it.
I love it with the umbrella too. I'm about it.
Showing that the rain doesn't bother him anyway. He is here to show off his stuff. Wonderful outfit. Wonderful.
Alrighty, David, it's your turn again.
Okay. Parade ready.
Yeah.
Here we go with the parade attire. There we go. With the short shorts and the tube socks. Oh, and the umbrella to match out as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. This man came prepared. Even got the 3D glasses for the red and blue. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful looking outfit.
Dripping in Pride design that's made by Johnny from Glimmer Island.
Okay, good to know. Thank you, Johnny, from Glimmer Island. Yusuf for supplying this beautiful outfit that we're looking at today. And we got a comment saying, Daisha Freeman saying hello. Hello, Daisha Freeman. Thank you guys for coming out to our fashion show / Pride Parade. It's we're happy to have you here. What's Marissa coming out in this time?
You know, a little something.
Oh, yes. Look at it. Look at it. We got the buns with the dress. Oof, I love it. Absolutely adore it.
Colors, we about it.
We are absolutely about it.
Alrighty, so that was also David's last outfit as well as Taupe's. So I might show off one more.
Okay, Earth Tour says hi. Hello, thank you so much for coming out as well.
Our next wave.
Ooh, look at this one.
Yeah, that's
this
right.
One. Oh, I love this the dark dress attire you got on here with the nice pumps and the mask, because staying safe and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I may look like a bad bitch, but I also want to be respectful of everyone's safety and distance. So
damn straight facts. Absolutely love it.
With that was everyone's looks on this island right now in this wave, but we have one more wave to go of beautiful, wonderful people coming up next. So I will end the session. I'm very sorry, Brandon, but I'm going to have to kick you again.
It's fine. I'm crying on stream right now. And it seems like it's time to go home. So says our wonderful queen.
Don't worry, though. My island will be open again very shortly. I just have to go have a conversation with the dodos and then,
have like a little strong talk with the dodos.
It's way back over here.
And then we will be getting our third wave going down here. And once we do that, we will see the last bit of our fashion show. Then we get that parade going, and then we'll get our podcast going. It's going to be great. In the meantime, it is taking me back to my island where things are a little drier right now. It's also a bit later.
I know you're finally out of the thunder.
Out of the thunder, so I'll take the dryness before I go back into the wonderful rain of color.
And I just want to say thank you again for everyone with a little bit of downtime because of talking to the dodos, getting a code, sending it out. Nintendo, we love them. We adore Animal Crossings, but every now and then the online just takes a little bit of time. So once we get everyone here, we will continue with a couple more looks. And then we move on to our parade around the island and then our live podcast.
Absolutely. Oh, speaking of all the colors, right as I got back, Pietro stopped me down. Pietro's a very colorful sheep, so you know what? I'll talk to you, and he's teaching me a reaction.
All right,
thank you so much, Daija.
While we wait, we are going to be inviting Tobes back into this channel, so that way we can talk to him a little bit about some of his looks. So Toby, whenever you're ready, just come on back and we will talk to you for a little bit about what you chose to wear and anything else you want to talk about with this beautiful game that Animal Crossing is and during Pride Month.
For sure. Anyway, we got just a smidge of downtime here. If you like what we're doing, you want to learn more about us, you can visit our website at HPCritical.com. We have a number of articles written by an awesome team of writers. We also have segments, podcasts, streaming, and more. Sign up to our newsletter to always be up to date on our latest from our wonderful team. And then you'll also be the first to know when our next tournament is and how you can sign up to participate. It's going to be a lot of fun. For those who are just joining us for this part of the weekend, yesterday and the day before that we had a Pokemon tournament, and yesterday we had a Smash Brothers tournament. We had some very intense competition going on in both tournaments, especially the Smash one. We had some FGC level people coming out of that Smash tournament. It was nuts. So if you want to get onto that, into these kind of tournaments, you can. We'll be doing pretty much a different game each month, so it won't necessarily be Pokemon or Smash next month. But I guarantee you, after the competition we saw, Pokemon and Smash will definitely come back one of these months. Most likely to coincide with like future DLCs. But if you want to enter whatever last month we had an Overwatch tournament, so we got all kind of games we're going to be doing in these tournaments. So yeah, definitely check out our website, sign up for our newsletter. If it's a tournament that interests you, we hope you'll sign up for it or watch it or both. That'd be cool.
And we do have Toby in here now. Hello, my love.
Hello, I'm here.
So, absolutely loved your looks that you chose for the Pride event.
Thank you. They were very
Love your outfits.
Well, I just kind of wanted to put a few little cute outfits together. What was it? The mariachi one and the steampunk. That was actually off the cuff reveal there. That was I thought I'm just gonna combine these two. But yeah, I kind of just looked through my wardrobe and saw what things might go together.
Of course.
Absolutely adore the steampunk outfit. It went together perfectly.
Oh, yes, it was adorable. All of your outfits are so cute.
I've become an umbrella connoisseur, not meaning to, but I was trying to like theme the umbrellas, but yeah, tried to pick things that sort of went together, I guess.
Yes, of course. No, and there's so many awesome.
So nice.
Yeah, I know. There's been so many awesome things that you can just get from the Able sisters themselves. So I know that I've seen a lot of people who are rocking just what they can get in the base game, which has been really awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
What's been some of your favorite stuff that you've found in the game so far?
As in types of clothing?
Yeah.
Probably I do like the little kind of dress-up outfits they have.
Yeah.
They're cute. And then like the shirts and the nice little formal stuff is cute as well.
Yeah.
I want more trousers. That would be one thing I would want more of. I feel like there's a lacking of trousers.
Honestly.
I kind of agree with that.
I always want like different kinds of trousers, and I end up getting like a dark pair or some kind of, I don't know. If I put like 3 pairs of trousers on, they look the same, but they're actually different.
It's true.
And I'm like, I want some more trousers, but yeah, I think mainly the dress up section is good, and yeah, the cute shirts and the formal stuff. I love all them bits.
Yeah, I have to say I'm not much of a dress wearer. Like I don't even usually wear them in video games very often. But then seeing some of the options that they had in Animal Crossing, and then just the fact that there's no really lock on anything that would be seen as one gender or another. I absolutely love that you can just switch between and never have to worry about anything. It doesn't matter if it's a wig, it doesn't matter if it's a dress or a suit or, whatever. I absolutely love how inclusive all of the outfits have been for Animal Crossing.
Yeah, that is a really good thing, actually. Yeah, being able to just
one of the things I've always loved about the Animal Crossing series in particular is like I think pretty much even from the beginning you could always wear exactly whatever outfit you wanted regardless of whether gender it was supposed to be like made for, and you could just do that and it was wonderful.
Yeah, I know they've done such a good job with this game, and I love that they've had things just be so open and you don't have to really worry about anything, like you don't have to go in and change a setting. You can just walk into the shop, grab whatever you want. And I think especially too, the design portal has been so amazing. I know I myself am not very good with the pro designs at all, so just having access to so many choices.
Yeah, I'm definitely not good with the design myself. It is good to be able to import pictures or people that designs that other people have created. That's definitely a blessing. So
100%.
yeah, thank you to all the creators out there designing fabulous clothes on Animal Crossing.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Thank you to every single one of you for coming up with these great designs.
I do like that they have additional hair options as well through the hat, like the headwear, so you can get like that different hair, not just by changing your look in the mirror kind of thing.
Oh
Wearing
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
different
Like for
hats.
example, you can get like the top knot outfit, the headgear
Yeah.
that is.
Yes, I do love all them and the facial accessories.
Yes, all the wigs that they have, the crowns that they have, all the different like things that you can put in your hair too, so that way you can have one of the base hairstyles, but then something additional to it. It's a beautiful game.
It's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
When we were first kind of talking about what to do with Pride Month and everything for the site, and we came up with the idea for the Pride Parade, like I knew that it would be very easy to do just because of how much you have access to, as well as just being able to once again rely on the beautifully creative people who make all of the designs, and then just the amazing selection in the Able Sisters. Like I know I have not seen everything yet, and that's with me looking and like going on Nookazon and stuff like that. I know that there's still surprises to come.
Absolutely. I love that this game just keeps like adding on to its stuff. Like that's the greatest thing about Animal Crossing still existing in like the modern day. How much stuff you can keep like, looking forward to in the coming days. Like
Yeah.
like for those who play Animal Crossing, and I don't know if you guys saw the. Oh, let me say hello real quick. 'Cause Kayla
Yes,
just
say
got
hello.
here.
Yes, Kayla. When I was shouting out our beautiful Patreon stickers and talking about Kayla being an amazing and wonderful and talented and beautiful artist, that's who I was talking about.
Yep, she is the one. She is the one.
Alrighty.
Getting a little practice in for her runway walk. I respect that. I respect it. But yes, for those who play Animal Crossing, next month, starting on July 3rd, they're going to be adding the option to allow you to swim in Animal Crossing. So you'll be able to swim off your ocean into a little bit of the water, and you can collect like some sea life, like sea stars and whatnot. You can give it to Pascal, who's coming back.
Yes, I'm so excited.
I love Pascal. He is an adorable otter.
I love otters, and so I'm very pleased that Pascal is coming.
Hold on, there is a mantis hanging out in this town. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. It's not a mantis. I'm sorry. It's a grasshopper.
So
It's a
Toby,
locust. I'm wrong both times.
Any last thoughts before we start to get our final wave in here?
No. Apart from yay for Animal Crossing and yes, yay for all the inclusivity and for the Pride Parade, and thank you for doing the Pride stuff as well and this whole parade. It's been really, really fun.
Thank
So
you
thank
so
you to you
much.
guys.
It's been our pleasure. It's been our absolute
Well,
pleasure.
thank you for talking with us for a little bit and killing some of that downtime that we have while everyone
No
loads
worries.
into the game.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you for talking to us, Toby. We love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
And now
Alright, we
Miss
have-
Platinum, aka Roof, is coming from Destiny Bay. Down and out Bill Payer. Hey, I understand that.
We feel that life. We know that life.
We know that life. We do indeed know that life.
Alrighty, so we have one more person who's on their way after this.
Marissa, I love you. Hi.
I love you. Hi.
Hi,
So
Brandon.
this is
Hey.
this is Kayla, who's going to be part of our last wave, and one of the reasons that we have this last wave kind of set up the way that we do is that we are having our live podcast after, which Kayla will be a part of, as well as all of our last participants in this wave.
Hey.
Yes.
My heart's beating all fast.
Oh my god, you got this. It's fine.
What if my in-game outfits are hideous?
They aren't. They're beautiful.
They're gonna be gorgeous.
Like everything you do is beautiful.
I need a drink.
I
you can
mean,
do
if
that
you
too.
got one, you could share.
No, I'm just gonna go to your vending machine. Don't worry
Okay,
about
that's fine.
Oh yeah, hit it up. There's some delicious snacks there.
it. Good. My snacks got stuck.
Well, you know, sometimes they do that.
May I speak to management?
Marissa, hey, I think someone's calling for you.
Oh,
like to
are you
speak to
having
them.
problems with the drink machine there?
You know, my stuff got stuck. I just.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I refund you with just my love and my adoration of you?
No, I'm just
and
gonna keep those in the
compliments?
baskets.
Oh, okay, that's fine too. Hey!
Yeah, pass that Mickey Mouse ticket. You know, love is great and all that stuff, but don't pay the bills. You know.
Oof, I'm
Mouse
getting
tickets,
I'm getting an early look at some of these outfits back here, and oh my god, I'm in love. All right, actually, I did flub a little bit. We are waiting for 2 more people to arrive at the island.
gosh.
I am so
All you
sorry.
do.
I can't count. Math is hard. All
Math is
right.
hard, but it's fine. They're on the way. They're on the way, and when they get here, it's going to be great. I'm gonna stand right here. Ain't gonna no spoilers. You know, you guide the people to their wonderful place, and I will do all them fresh hype reacts when they get down this runway.
Yes. And then again, like I said, once everyone's here and I've kind of guided them over to the right spot, I will come and join you in that other director chair, and we can get going.
Oh my god, I have this exact same outfit, and I was like, oh my god, I was gonna wear this, and then now I see that she has it on, so I'm like, well, let's just sit down.
Hey! I mean, great minds think alike. I don't know.
Great minds do
I'm
think
embarrassed.
alike, you know.
One of us has to change. I'm very embarrassed. Who's going first in our wave? Jerome?
I mean,
Is it
you
Big
know,
Daddy J?
it could be Big Daddy J.
Come on, Big Daddy J, let's go.
Jarrell will be the last person to come to our island. First is Dana. Once that dodo code is entered, he will be here.
Oh,
Hey,
so
look
here's
at
someone
that!
Right now.
Double!
Right now.
That timing was perfect.
Right NAO now. All right. Let's see who it is.
Yes, let's see who it is.
Surprise!
It
you thought
is-
Dana Jarrell.
It's Dana, the down and out clown from
Oh,
Altiro. I'm gonna assume that's how it's
Down and out
pronounced.
You know, if we're wrong, he can correct us later. And
You know what? I was so confident of my first line that I'm just gonna, you know.
Hi,
Dana!
Hi.
What is up?
Hi, Nakama!
Nakama! Nakama boys. I love it. I'm getting emotional.
My stomach is in my throat right now. I'm so nervous.
Honestly,
Oh my
same.
gosh!
Oh, you all will be fine.
fine.
You guys,
You're
you
gonna
guys
see
are
me
ready.
in my clothes that I wear when I just roll out of bed. Don't mind that. That's not the first outfit.
Yeah.
That is A-okay. Look at it.
I mean,
Look at
that's fine.
Yes. You got your
Serve
mask
me
on.
that sleepy realness.
Oh,
I got
you go to
eyebrows
sleep
now,
with
too.
Glasses on. I'm sorry.
I gotta
I
block
mean,
out. I gotta block out
you
the
want to
light.
see? Oh.
Look, you just mad the way my eyes strip. All right.
I mean, you're right. Sorry. I thought I was hiding that better.
I thought nobody could see through my
Yeah.
jealousy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
When she said it was raining, she really meant it was raining.
It's a storm. Like,
Hi, Marissa.
hi. Oh my gosh.
I don't
Are
know
you ready?
what.
I changed my outfit. You don't know what my outfit is anymore.
I don't.
No.
Oh my god. The suspense.
I don't know which eyebrows I want to wear. Oh no, not my tops. Stupid.
I love that one, Marissa.
Thank you. Oh my god, yes, send me a best friend thing.
Absolutely.
send
While
me
we
one.
wait to Jarrell. I mean, you are my best friend. What?
No, it's me. I was sending the request.
Okay. Oh, I have to close
Yeah.
the window because Big Daddy Jarrell is here.
Big Daddy
Yes.
Jay.
Oh, hold up.
Mr. J.
Hang on. Not only is he hosting us, but Ninja
Yay.
Hippie Pirate is saying, "How's this going?" Kyle, how are you doing, man? Good to see you, man. It is very good to see you. Thank you for coming out here. And yes, thank you very much for the host as well.
Thank you so much for the host.
I'm glad to hear that you're doing well on your new Twitch adventure. It is very good to see you.
Mr. J.
Mr. J is
Mr.
on the
J.
way.
J. Mr. J has been on the way for a while.
I know.
We've all been waiting.
I like to blame the Animal Crossing weather. It's causing a little bit of interference. It's fine.
Yeah, it's a little
Hopefully
delay. It's
yeah.
fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Photogenic model.
Big Daddy J.
Oh, immediately muted him.
Yeah, right.
Why are you hiding, baby?
Don't hide. And yeah, thanks, Kyle. Thanks for lurking on us while you make dinner. Yes, it's gonna be a great show. We've had 2 waves of people showing off their stuff, and we are gonna get started with wave 3, them getting them show off their outfits. It's gonna be great.
Look at the photogenic model, Mr.
I'm on the
J.
way.
Yes. Finally.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I was trying to come, but menus were open, and
I mean,
the dodo birds weren't ready for me, and I was
You're
like,
right.
"Can you please find Aquin? I'm ready to go."
fashionably late. It's fine.
Fashionable.
Definitely.
That's what's up.
Definitely fashionable.
Yes.
Yes.
Look at it. Oh, look at this outfit. Love it already. Love it already. I am feeling
my God.
it.
Yeah.
You just look so tired of everyone's like
Girl, it's been
shenanigans.
I mean,
like that for the whole month.
I
Life
feel
is
like
hard.
it reflects real life sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, whenever I start hitting on somebody else instead of Jarrell, that's the look he gives.
Yeah.
That is exactly what it is, and he does this quite often.
Dang,
Yeah.
calling
Hourly.
you out.
Hourly, honestly.
Hourly,
In the
this man
stream.
says.
No loyalty out here.
I can't get off the seat.
You gotta jump forward.
I can't.
Oh,
Someone's
because
in
she's
my way.
standing in front of you.
I mean, you're trapped here now. You don't leave my island. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
Don't leave. Don't.
Hey!
Don't leave.
Alrighty, so we'll have you guys line up over here, and then I'll put the order in our Discord chat so you guys know when everyone's gonna go.
Is Big Daddy Mr. J going first?
I mean, I would like it to be Big Daddy Mr. J.
Mr. J, you're going first.
I can't even get off the
Alrighty.
chair.
I'm ready to go.
All right, cameras in position. Whoever's ready to go, we can get this thing going. I am ready for it.
Yes,
Don't
baby.
mind that I type out some of the words, but not all of them because I got lazy after the
It's
first
alright.
one.
Shorthanded.
Alrighty, I think.
All right, let's get this going.
Alrighty, so Jarrell, you are first.
Oh, look at the outfits. Yes, we saw a little preview earlier. Got the fedora there. Got the nice green overshirt. Blue jeans with the rainbow umbrella.
Ooh, hitting you with a zigzag.
Oh,
Okay.
look at it. I'm really feeling it. It's a great outfit. Very stylish outfit. All
Alright, that brings us to Ruth.
Shows what you got.
Let's
Just
see
changing her
everything.
outfit. She's getting her life together.
You know what?
She
That's
looks
fine.
good though. She looks good though. I like this.
Right. Same.
While she does, I'm
Yeah.
gonna take off this. Oh yes!
Ooh, look at it. Adidas. Yes.
Yes.
Rainbow
love it.
Adidas outfit, sporty as hell. I love it.
I love it. Oh,
Oh
my
my
god,
God.
yes.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Alrighty,
Definitely
Kayla.
support from the chat on these outfits.
Yes.
Here it comes.
Yes, hit me with that transformation.
I probably look at it.
Ooh!
I actually made this. Like,
Yes.
You made this? Oh
Yeah.
my
30 minutes before I got here. Don't
You
mind
know, that's
me.
fine. It
It's
doesn't matter.
great.
It's
Look
here.
at it. I love it. And you got the
You
face
clap with that
stickers as
one
well.
hand. You do it.
Yeah. I'm clapping with my flowers. Don't mind me.
Yeah.
I'm hitting y'all with that slow walk. 'cause
Oh
I'm
yes.
Yes.
Take your time. Take your wait for it. Time.
time.
Alrighty, that brings us to Dana.
Oh, okay, I'm coming. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, I'm coming.
Okay.
Yes.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Look at
Oh
it.
my god.
Oh my goodness. What does it say in the front there?
Beautiful
It says
dress.
Pride on the front.
Oh,
Yes.
great. I just,
Beautiful.
oh, big fish! Oh, show us, man. Show the pictures of the fish. That's what we're looking for.
I love it.
Yes.
You are a beautiful queen and I adore you.
I'm gonna
Power,
cry.
power. Toby's just cracking up on the fish. That's power. That is straight out Chikara he showed right there with that fish.
Alrighty, that brings us to Jarrell.
Come back.
Yes, Big Daddy J.
Oh! Look at it. He's
with
got
that
the
BLM
he's got the
look.
goatee, the heart, the Black Lives Matter shirt, and the Japanese umbrella. Oh man, yes.
Yes. Ooh, twirl that umbrella in front of me, Daddy. Thank you.
Gonna hypnotize me at that one.
honestly.
I'm mesmerized by the umbrella. I'm just looking right at it.
Alright,
Don't give me any commands because I'll probably listen to them. Oh the goodness now. Love, love, love.
Yeah.
Here we go. Look at them glasses, the shirt, the shoes, and the gold hair. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
Love it.
Twirl.
Alrighty, that brings us to Kayla.
Bring it down.
Hello. Hi. Yes, me.
Let's do that transformation.
There it is. There it is. Black Lives Matter. The mask. Them black pants. The shoes. This is power. This outfit is pure power.
Oh my god, I love that we can see the face paint through the mask too.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. I
Outfit is
recognize it.
This outfit is power. This outfit is beauty. I'm here for it.
Alright, Dana, do you have another look or was that it?
That's the only one.
Alrighty, thank you so much for sharing it with
Absolutely. I was so scared.
It's beautiful.
us. Don't be scared. That's what Pride Month is about. Alright, Jarrell, let's see it.
Bring it on down. Look at it.
Yes,
Look at it.
Look at all the rainbows.
Rainbows, hearts.
Yes.
Oh,
the
I
man.
love the rainbow brim so much. Oh my god.
It's great.
It's
Black with
beautiful.
the rainbow brim. It's power. Oh, and the rainbow on the back of the shirt too.
Yes.
You guys can't see, but my controller just dropped down because oh man, that's awesome. I gotta go pick this up. Okay.
All right, that brings us to Ruth Ann.
Bring it back, girl.
Yes, honey. She changing her whole outfit. Like,
Yo,
hair
look
and
at this
all.
dress.
Yes, look
This
at
dress with the Black Lives Matter. Heck yes, with the black star, blue hair.
Oh my god, and the smirk. Absolutely.
Absolutely, yes, ma'am. Greatness.
Alrighty. That will bring us to Kayla again.
Bring it
Hi,
over.
that's me.
Yes,
Oh, man,
transform for us.
I just have so many. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
There's
show
like a
us your
whole
power.
eight.
Moto! Oh! Yes, the name! Yes, the name!
Alright, I'm sorry. I have to match the love of my life right now. I'm sorry. Jarrell, don't listen. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Oh,
Yes,
yes, the
that's
matches.
me.
Yes!
Walk down the aisle together, queens.
When you said walk down the aisle, say less.
Oh my
Oh! Oh!
I mean,
Yes!
Oh! Yo, hold up. I gotta pronounce this wedding real quick. Hang on.
Yes.
This is a live wedding happening right now on stream.
oh my gosh.
Y'all pronounce the partners in life. You may kiss.
Hey
Yes,
girl,
yes.
what's up?
Hold on, I'm taking a picture of this. Don't. There we go. I just took a picture. This is gonna go on. This is gonna go on the HPCritical Twitter later.
Yes, girl.
That was great. That was great.
Alrighty, so that'll bring us to Jarrell again.
Yes,
Since I
come
saw
back out.
Legend over here. Oh my god.
Look at this.
Yes,
Oh man.
look
Again.
at
Again. Look
it.
at it. The white outfit with the rainbow paint over it. It is amazing.
You run around, Addie. You do it.
Beautiful.
Hey, beautiful.
Okay,
How
I
you
do have
doing?
one more.
I have
okay.
one more.
Oh, he does have one. Oh, he holding out on us. He holding out on us. Get your ass back here. Show us his outfit.
Yes, that's beautiful, Dana.
Show it. Show us this power. Show us your power.
Yeah, come out here.
I'm like an airplane.
Whoa, yeah. Yes.
Look at that.
Look at it, man.
Hold
Look
on.
at
I
it.
have a little friend I have with me.
Oh, the bug.
Show
Russell
off.
friends.
Our regular bug stand. I support it, man.
Yeah.
Bugs are useful to this world, man. I'm here for it.
I am here for it. Alrighty, let's have Ruth Ann come back out.
Toby saying you're spoiling us. Oh man, look at this outfit. Top hat, BLM, black shirt, black outfit with the red hair. Her. Love equal love. Yes.
Yes, the
the
twirl pose.
transformation.
By me. Yes.
Yes.
Look at it.
I love that
Yes.
dress so much. Oh my god.
Look at this rainbow dress.
Yes.
That is beautiful.
She said you wanted an outfit change.
You
Say
wanted a
less.
fucking transformation.
Right.
Alright, that'll bring us to Kayla.
Okay, so this is my last outfit
All right.
Okay,
Let's see what you got.
for the podcast.
Hostess
Yes.
with the mostest. A crown for the queen.
Absolutely.
A green suit to match the professionalism. Here it is. The
we
power.
love it. We support
Yes.
a queen. Like
Yes.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Absolutely amazing. Hey, Gene, thanks for coming out, man. Appreciate you coming out.
Hey, he's over here to, clap for
Yeah, he's
you,
support
show
as
your
well.
support. Like,
I had to sign an
I
autograph
loved it.
for him. It's fine.
yeah.
I'm the biggest
Thank
fan.
you so much.
Thank you. Oh my god.
Alrighty, that'll bring us to Jarrell.
Mr. J.
Come here, Mr. J.
Yes.
Look at that floppy
Look
straw
at
hat
that
with the
look.
suit, with the white shoes. Oh, man. Them shoes, I think it was the same shoes as Sojiro Sakura wears in Persona 5. I need to be getting me some one of those. I'm trying to do a Sojiro Sakura look in Animal Crossing, you know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, so Jarrell's out here showing his looks and this outfit. I'm here for it. Hello, GD Bubby Flake. Thank you for coming out to our the Pride fashion show.
Alright, so that'll bring us to Ruth Ann.
Whoa, hold on! Hold on, I'm sorry. I had to.
Yes,
Oh my god. Look at the
Sorry,
dress.
but
Oh, with the
some of
panda
y'all
outfit?
saw the name.
The Judy.
The name is Big Booty Judy specifically.
Yes,
Yes.
big booty Judy.
Wait.
Oh my god.
Okay, I gotta interrupt just a quick second because we got some donations. We've raised $210 over our $10 over our goal 200.
Yes, thank you guys so much for letting us hit our second goal for the Trevor Project. Thank
Absolutely.
You
Thank you guys so much. We absolutely appreciate it. Thank you guys so
Yes.
much for all your donations.
We did it, guys.
Snaps.
We
Snaps.
did it. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much.
Alrighty, so I think unless
No.
Oh, hold
What
up.
is this?
Hold up, look at it. Look at it.
Oh.
Whoa!
Yes.
No, come
Oh
back out.
my gosh.
You can both have the stage. Come back. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
come back.
Oh, I love his bear shirt. Oh, and look at the ninja dress. Oh, I'm feeling it.
That's her.
Oh my
Beyonce
gosh,
did a
I
lip
lip with the
dress.
backpack too.
The bear suit, the adorable bear suit.
Oh
I
my
love
gosh,
it all.
yes.
Oh, the donation was by Kevin. They can look at mine. He said, hold on, because Chrissy gave me the full message. Let me just read it real quick.
Alrighty.
Go Smash Donut. He said for Team Jones from yesterday's Smash tournament.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Yes.
Thank you for showing your support.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate it, man.
Alrighty, is that all of our looks, ladies?
I think
I
so.
Yeah.
think it is.
Oh, right. So then that concludes the fashion show portion of our Pride event. Let's see these beauties all out here on the runway together, though. Let's see it. Let's see it. Yes, girl. Let me get my camera out. 1 second. Yes.
Unbelievably, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
I brought another friend.
Jarrell is over here changing all his outfits for each picture.
I know.
He's like picking outfits.
You taking pictures, Marissa?
Yes, I am.
Okay, perfect.
Dana with the crawfish.
Yeah, you know.
I brought friends. I didn't want to come alone. I was scared.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
but
look
you're
at Carlos.
with
He has so many
It's
friends.
fine.
We love seeing your friends.
I had to bring friends
Alrighty.
from my island.
Okay, I feel it. I believe it.
Cutest
Speaking of friends
crawfish,
from
says Toby.
this
Yes.
island.
I will name that
Let
crawfish Clauncher.
closure.
Yes, Clauncher.
Toby,
named
you're
after that
an
crawfish
angel
Pokemon.
fish.
Oh my
Oh my gosh. I mean,
Oh my-
honestly though, Toby is like, that's not even a lie.
I'm gonna have to steal this fish. Yoink!
Alrighty, let us do
Give me back
this
my fish.
Pride Walk, and we will sit for our very first ever live podcast.
Yes, let's walk.
So I do have some signs to make it easy, so if you guys get lost, don't worry. We got you. As we tour around this beautiful island. I mean, I know that I'm a little bit biased because it's my island, but
Just a smidge.
I'm not
that's
afraid
okay.
to call it.
Well, just a little bit. That's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm just playing follow the leader.
Yeah. That's all you really have to do in a parade, honestly.
I'll stop a little bit, do a little twirl here and there.
Where is Bird Daddy's house? Take me there.
It's up where the lighthouse is. That's where he
Darn.
lives. That's where he
You right.
stays. And come follow me into this hidden little area for our first ever live podcast. There should be plenty of seating for everyone, but I do have a hidden chair
I
somewhere.
knew
if you
Dana was
need
gonna
it.
go. I knew Dana was gonna go for it.
Wonderful.
Alrighty.
Is everyone in position for the podcast?
Yes, so we are having our first ever live podcast, and we are in here to discuss LGBTQ plus representation in gaming. So I need to get a couple things set up on my end in order to just make sure that we record. But while we do, Brandon, would you mind, talking about our site a little bit for everyone who, maybe hasn't heard?
Of course, I'd be happy to. So, if you're enjoying this stream, and I really hope you are, because we worked really hard to get this all this going for you guys. You can follow our website at HPCritical.com itself. So on our website, we have a lot of articles written by writers by myself. Marissa writes articles herself. Our very own Jarrell writes articles by myself. We write on gaming and even topics like movies, shows, anime, books, and more. And we update our site daily. We have and we're celebrating Pride Month with this stream. So, we've already raised our $210. We got 210. So thanks everyone for the donations that have been happening. We really appreciate it. But yeah, this is one of our 3 events that we had at the end of the month. We're going to be having a lot of other events in the future. So, follow our newsletter at the website. You can stay up to date on all these events we're going to be having, like tournaments and newsletters, all that good stuff. And if you want to support if you like our content, you want to support it, we have a Patreon as well. You can support us at patreon.com/HPCritical. You can get goodies like bracelets, stickers. We're going to have even more rewards in the future for you guys. You'll have influence on streams, spots on our podcast. A lot of good stuff.
Thank you so much for doing that promotion real quick. So I do ask at this point in our Discord that, you know, if you guys are still chilling and hanging out, we are going to be recording live for this podcast. So we ask you, you know, if you're going to send messages and stuff, to just either, you know, talk us up in Twitch and YouTube right now, as we kind of go into this first ever live podcast. I'm super excited.
Oh yes, and I got the camera angle here. Let me see if I can hide the cursor at all.
Are
All
we
right,
doing
so-
like intros or something? 'Cause
I mean,
I
I
didn't
will.
practice. No, I mean like I didn't rehearse.
Oh no, that's fine. You don't have to
Okay,
worry about
great.
anything like that. I'm just hosting it.
Okay,
You know,
good,
and
good.
I'll just be like, hey, when we're ready to go, you know, I'll let you know. You'll get an introduction like we usually do for our podcast. But yes, I will be recording. You know, give me a minute. Just gotta hit the record button. Hello and welcome to the HP Critical podcast. This is our first ever live recorded podcast. I realize that if you're listening to it in a later time and date, that this may not be live for you, but we are recording it live while we are doing our Animal Crossing Pride Parade on Twitch and YouTube. So today, what we're going to be talking about is that since this is following our Pride Parade, that we're talking all about LGBTQ plus representation in gaming. We're talking about kind of our first impressions on, you know, it before we get into actual discussion about some of the good, some of the bad examples, and some of the things that we would really like to see going forward. So I will be your host, Marissa. I know that you're probably not used to hearing my voice. You're used to hearing Jarrell's beautiful voice, but don't worry, you'll get to hear him in just a second because, Jarrell, I want to throw this conversation over to you. What are your first impressions, your first thoughts before we go into any discussion on LGBT representation in gaming so far?
Hi. So I think it has rightly evolved a lot. I do think there is still a lot of room to grow, but in 2020 so far, you know, we just had the PlayStation presentation for the PS5, and during that podcast, which is out now if you haven't listened to it, we did talk a little bit about how, specifically Dana and I, about how representation in these games is becoming a bit more prominent. I mean, of course, there's always room to grow. We were talking about the amount of female characters that we saw as leading ladies. You know, we just got The Last of Us 2, which I know is a little bit divisive, but we had, you know, Ellie, who is a lesbian, heading the front of the game on the box cover. Of course, it depends on how you feel about the game and what you've seen so far and whether you've played it or not. But the representation has definitely come a long way from horrible stereotypes in video games. So I'm very excited and looking forward to talk about more about this as we go on.
Thank you so much. So yeah, then I'll throw this over to Kayla. What are your current thoughts on how representation is in gaming?
Jarrell kind of took all the words out of my mouth.
Okay.
All the words that I rehearsed. But I do, like he said, I do kind of hope that it continues to evolve, and you know, this isn't like the peak, so to speak, of representation in games. I still want a Black female gay lead that's not in, you know, that's only tied to their partner, or, you know, not sacrificed for character development as in some games have had. But I do hope that it continues to grow. It has come a long way from, you know, the beginning of gaming. So I have high hopes for it.
Okay.
Can I jump in really quick?
Of course.
So, speaking on exactly what Kayla said about characters in video games being used as character development, Marissa wrote an amazing article, which if you guys haven't checked, you can go to HPCritical.com, and it should still be on our front page, about Naughty Dog and The Last of Us, and exactly that topic. So it's definitely a really good read. Check it out.
Thank you so much. Alrighty, so let me go ahead and throw it over to Dana. What are your thoughts on representation in gaming right now?
I think that has come a very long way, and I think there's still so much to do. I think, I'm gonna go ahead and start with an example, but the first time I saw it was with Birdo from
Yes.
Mario, actually, who I found out because word gets around sometimes that evidently they were described as a male who wanted to be a female and rather be called Burdette, and
Yes.
that was like the gateway, you know what I mean, into a really deep dive and a large change in my life where I started gathering more knowledge and started trying to be more aware of everything that's going on in the people's lives around me. And I didn't realize that it would have such a big impact on myself as well, but it definitely has.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. And yeah, like you said, I mean, I think that's one of the main things about representation is just that, it really does matter because it just opens up these conversations and these topics for people to have. It allows them to kind of look into things and research things on their own. So yeah, I think that's definitely the importance of it. But like everyone's kind of said, is that it's evolved, but there's a long way to go. But of course, now I'm going to throw it over to Ruth Ann, who is one of our Patreons and a friend of our site and of us. What are your thoughts on representation in gaming right now?
Honestly, I also think that it's come a long way, but I think it's important not just to be represented, but to not make caricatures out of, like who it is that you're representing. Like I feel, for example, with black video games, like for me, it started out with like Grand Theft Auto. And I
Yes.
know that like that's the purpose of it, but it's just like it's very like characterized of representation for me as far as like LGBT characters. I think my first time really knowing openly that a character was LGBT was Dragon Age Inquisition. I don't remember his name, but he was like one of my favorite characters. I can't remember his name.
Oh, here.
It was like one of the wizards or one of the mages, I think. Damn, I can't remember his name. I remember Vivian, but okay. Well, long story short, I think it's not just enough to say that you're representing someone. I think that how you're portraying, those roles is also very important. But yeah, I think it's good so far in a way. But it could be better.
And I think you're talking about Dorian.
Yes, you come to.
And I do think, just to piggyback off that a little bit, I do think games that allow you freedom are really good in that respect. I know, for example, I wrote an article about my favorite LGBT characters of this console generation, and I definitely mentioned Gibraltar from Apex Legends.
Yes.
I also mentioned, oh my gosh, what is her name? Oh, Dorothea. How can I forget her name? Dorothea in Fire Emblem Three Houses. She's gonna flirt with anybody. And she's very secure with who she is.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see characters used in that manner. And of course, we always talk about Overwatch and its diversity and where it's going. And the fact that it's been out for X amount of years and we have yet to see a black woman, although she is coming. There's always still I always still have to applaud them for having Tracer as the front runner of their game and having her as an out lesbian character, and also Soldier 76, where he is gay. Apparently, I still have a little issue with that, but I'm not going to go into that one. But I do think, as everyone has mentioned, representation is very important in that respect, and also because to touch a little bit on what Ruthann said, also because a lot of times in media, what people see is what they believe, and that'll determine how they react to you. It'll create prejudices and biases based on what they know. So when you have characters that are caricatures of themselves, if this is your only interaction, for example, and this is what I'm going to say to be a good version of why Soldier 76 is okay as a LGBT character. And that's because if you have a caricature of a gay male, for example, you're probably going to think that they're, whatever stereotype you've seen on TV. So when you have a character like Soldier 76, it does give a separate type of representation to, a marginalized group. And so in that sense, that's why representation is so important. Not all Black people act or look the same. So, when you have a character that Ruth Ann brought up, like Vivian, for example, like she's a powerful mage, she's a high tier, upper echelon woman that you see in Dragon Age. That is very different from a character in Grand Theft Auto that is Black, as an example. So, and also, and I talk a lot, so I'm sorry, but also. For representation's sake, I do think the conversation has to get bigger. And by that, I mean, it is a racial issue. It is a marginalized people issue. It is not, it's also rather making things accessible to everyone. And representation spans, that has to include people with disabilities in your video games, that is also a part of what representation means in gaming, because you can have a character that is handicapped for some reason, and however you treat that character in your video game, as long as it's not a trope that you're using, can be very beneficial for someone who might be handicapped, who is appreciative of the efforts of displaying that type of character in your story. And I'm gonna stop now.
To piggyback kind of off of that, I also really enjoy games that kind of give you like options when it comes to like whether you want your character to be in some type of like romantic relationship, and whether you want it to be with a female, whether you want it to be with a male, whoever you want it to be with. I really enjoy games like that, like Life is Strange. I liked that you could, either go with Chloe, or you could be, I forgot what her friend's name was already, but he was a little dorky boy she was friends with. But like, I liked that it wasn't just like you could identify with that character because it was so broad. It didn't like put you in this narrow like relationship lane. And I think that, more games should do that if there is going to a romance element. I do think that it should be more inclusive. Because not everybody wants to be with like a blonde-haired, blue-eyed male. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really hope that they continue, with that kind of tradition of like making things more, like Jarrell said, more accessible to people. There are some people who don't want any type of like romantic anything, and they want to identify with characters that have no type of romantic ties to people. So I think that games should just be more accessible, like Jarrell said, in that sense, especially with fans.
I
agree.
I 100% agree. I think that like if the story is going to be something that I get to craft, that definitely I should have more control over like what my characters are able to do to an extent. And definitely if it's a relationship thing, I don't see why that's something that couldn't, that's something that I couldn't decide which characters I like based on. A lot of times for me it's based on their personality, because I'm bisexual and some of y'all are just annoying, so I can't. Like, whole time I'm low key trying to kill you off. Like,
yes, I feel that on like such a spiritual level. Like, I don't like any of you. Why are you my options?
Yeah, why are these the only options? I don't understand.
Another thing too, I think Jarrell was the one talking about Apex.
Yes, I wanted to get into that as well.
Yeah, they've also talked about Bloodhound.
Yes.
Being non-binary. Oh my god. I love them so much.
Yeah, I wanted to talk on that. Actually.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I love the way that it all happened, right? So, I had been playing the game for maybe 2 weeks solid because I kind of like Apex. But
just
anyways, me and my friend had been playing it a lot, and we're like, Bloodhound's sick. We love playing Bloodhound. I was immediately a Gibraltar, as Gibby, as I call him, main. And then we saw that we had evidently missed. They had little character like bio videos, and if you watch them, the entire time they don't outwardly say, hey, Bloodhound is non-binary. They just go straight forward with they, they, they. And whereas like Gibraltar, he does this. Sometimes he wants to look out for his friends. It's always they, them with Bloodhound. And I think that's a beautiful way of doing it. And I like that they don't use it as like a story hook or try to shove it in your face in any way. It's there for you to see and for you to notice, but it doesn't change their personality. You know what I mean?
Well, I actually am conflicted on that a little bit, only because I think that there are times when that could be forefront and it still wouldn't affect the character. And I'm going to go back to Overwatch really quick. And that was one of the issues I had with Soldier 76 because, if you play Overwatch, there's no story, like for gameplay purposes.
Yeah.
Of course, there is a story in Overwatch, but there is no story for gameplay purposes. So you don't have to necessarily have these characters, like you said, like Dana was saying, like they don't have to be in your face saying, "Oh my God, look at me, I'm gay, I suck dick, my name is Soldier." Like, of course, that's not necessary. But at the same time, is that considered representation? Because of course, someone like me, I am going to go, look into Soldier 76. I'm going to look up the story. I'm interested in Overwatch. I'm going to watch all the, shorts that they have because I think they're amazing. So for me, that's an impact. But for someone who is just going to sign on to the game, enjoy it and play it and move on, they don't have to worry about those things. So they may never know that these characters are, a part of an LGBT spectrum. And in some points that can be fine because, your character isn't necessarily defined by their sexual orientation. But also, I think there are times when things that they decide to do or say can be determined based on their character's history with their LGBT representation, like as a person and what that character may have been through. Because, if Tracer broke up with her girlfriend, I don't know who she's gonna talk to. Maybe she'll talk to May. I don't know. It depends. It depends on how May would take that interaction based on her own experiences. So I do think sometimes companies might use that as a way to sneak in representation without going full force. And I'm not saying that Apex does that. I think I agree with you completely, Dana, on Apex. I think they did a really good job with that because I don't think it needs to be in your face in that situation. But I do think there is there's two sides to that, and also I think that people need to have, obviously, they need to reach out when they're creating projects. I remember I was interested in, Brandon, you can remind me of the name of the last Star Wars game with that redheaded guy?
Redheaded guy in Star Wars?
Yeah.
Are you talking about Jedi Fallen Order?
Oh, yes, that one, Jedi Fallen Order. I was like, okay, I'll look into Jedi Fallen Order.
It ain't common, especially in Star Wars.
I was like, let me look into Jedi Fallen Order. And it's funny that you say that's not common in Star Wars, because as soon as I found out that it was the one before this was, I think her name is Janina Gavankar, I believe her name is.
Right, yeah, the main character of Battlefront 2.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit, like, we got a lady in the front of a Star Wars game. Let's go. I want to play this game. And then the next iteration was another white guy. And yes, he has red hair. Oh, wow. You know who also have red hair? Naturally, Black people. Now, I'm not saying you have to put a Black person in there, but when you have an opportunity to create another story and you choose to not push the boundaries, I think, and Brandon wrote an article about Spider-Man Miles Morales, which you should also go check out at HPCritical.com. Yes, I'm continue doing plugs. Go check out our website. When you have opportunities to do this, I know Marissa and I were talking about Spider-Man and why we weren't interested in it originally, because they showed a little bit of Miles Morales, and then we find out, he's not even he's not, like, he's just a side character in this game. And this was on the hype of, I believe it was on the hype of the Spider-Man movie.
Into the Spider-Verse?
Yes, yeah. It was on the hype of Into the Spider-Verse. I loved Into the Spider-Verse. You had this Black Puerto Rican character, all types of representation there. I was like, yes, Miles, I'm here for it. And then we got, the same Peter Parker story. And I was like, you could have gone somewhere. And now, finally, we're getting that Miles Morales story. And that was probably one of the most hype moments for me when watching the PlayStation presentation, because it's finally giving an opportunity for a character to have a different story, because we have so many characters that no matter what their story is, they don't have that type of I don't know how to put it. They don't have this type of shared experience with me personally, because I am going to experience something as a gay black man. I'm going to experience something very different than, Peter Parker. His ass ain't got to worry about shit. Like, he can go outside and pretend to be fucking Spider-Man, and everybody's like, all right, bet. Miles might go outside. That's a totally different story. And he's not even gay. So, like,
Yeah.
when you create those different, those different dichotomies when you're making video games, I think we still have a long way to go. But I appreciate studios that look into creating something different when they have the opportunity. And once again, I talk too much, so I'm done.
Going back to what you said about Soldier 76, I think the way that he is presented as a gay man is very just like with Bloodhound. It's a very nuanced thing because you wouldn't know it except for them bringing it up, other than certain lines that he says with like Anna or Reaper, and some of his sprays are with, I don't know if that was his husband or his boyfriend, I don't remember, but it's little stuff, little things that people probably wouldn't have like paid attention to. The same way with Tracer is like, if they hadn't said anything other than hearing some of the voice lines that she says and hearing some of the stories, and like you said, going and watching the shorts or reading the comics, I think it's all like nuanced things, specifically because they want their game to be broad enough that everyone can see themselves in a character, but still have that type of representation so that, LGBT community can also see themselves. So it's not just like a heteronormative storyline. But also, Overwatch had an opportunity to make Ash black, and they just failed us. They failed all of us. And like, I get it. I feel like maybe they didn't want, the first black female character they made to be like this gang member. But like, at the same time, it was just like, I think, Ash wasn't always this like in a omnic gang. She came from like a rich family. She came from privilege. And I think that like, I think the experience is a little bit different for me being a black female, and I'm just like, I don't really care about your rich white problems. I don't like, it was really just because like her parents didn't pay attention to her, and it's like, I get it, but at the same time, like, I don't identify with that. Like, you got a butler. I don't have a butler. That doesn't do it for me. So I think that like Overwatch, there are some things that they do really well, like having characters that aren't necessarily, they kind of like fit different spectrums, but they also kind of miss the mark when it comes to things like race.
I mean, it's been out long enough to where it's like, that shouldn't even be something that we're talking about, Like, it's been out for so long that it should have been properly done and addressed. I mean, even Orisa, like, you gave me a freaking big giant ugly mech thing. You didn't at least like give me okay. You know what? I apologize.
Orisa is a beautiful soul.
I apologize. Okay, some of the skins are cute, some of them.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
I mean, like, no, honestly, like, you didn't even take the time out to actually give me a character that I can see myself in. Like, I don't see that young African girl at all ever. So it's like, not
it's
that
only in her sprays.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't 100% relate to that anyways, because like, I am American. Give me like a black female. Like, what are y'all doing? Yeah. But at the same time, like, I could try to relate, and then you gave me this. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it again. Big ugly ass mech.
Wow! Arisa didn't do anything to anybody but love and want to learn.
I'm sorry, but it's like half horse, half bug. I don't know what's going on, but it's not human. I don't see like the character at all in this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when they were first introduced, and like, oh, like, talk of like this character coming out, I was like, oh, okay, I see y'all. And then it was like, no, I'm blinded. I don't see anything.
Yeah. Well, with that too, I think that it would have been cool to see Ify be more of a part of it, because to think that this, you know, little black girl took an Omnic that had been terrorizing other people, and she made it
brilliant for,
she made it to
so
protect
giving
her
her.
people. That would have been cool to see. But it's like, oh, you see her like on a billboard and like in a spray or two, and then that's it. Like,
yeah, like I feel like, okay, Diva has I main Diva, I love me some Diva, but she's
who
like,
doesn't love Diva?
she's in the mech, you know, like
Yeah.
like she's in the mech, she pops out of the mech, like, you know, she's, I don't know, she's more active as a character, so you actually get to play her. So I would like to have my representation of myself be something that I see on a regular basis. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, to me, like, how long y'all been out?
Since 2016, so about 4 years.
Yeah, like, what are you doing? Like, what?
Yeah, they've had opportunities, and it's just like, I don't know if they don't have like the team that they would feel comfortable like having an iteration of a black woman. Or
I mean, they're working on one now, so I mean, and
But
also
that's-
reach out. Blizzard is huge.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know if they're afraid to like to do it, and then
Like, they don't want
you know,
to miss the trade.
yeah,
But
they
I
don't
feel
want to
like-
miss the mark, and then you know that be because like think about it with Paladins. Everybody was like, "Oh, Blizzard, like put out a black woman, please," and Paladins was like, "Say less." And had a black woman amidst all of the Blizzard drama with the Ash skin that came out.
Yeah. I remember that.
Because someone leaked the Ash concept art where she was black, and she was gorgeous. She was beautiful.
I'm not familiar with this.
Yeah,
Oof.
I'm gonna have to look it up right now, actually.
She was
Blizzard's
gorgeous.
fault.
But yeah,
Blizzard's
that's
fault.
yeah. And so, you know, it's like I want them, because obviously they can do it if that's the concept art, but it's like I don't know if they're like afraid
The only
But
reason
I
they
don't
would be
wanna
to
afraid.
tell that story.
The
Like,
only
I
reason they
wouldn't
would be
give-
afraid. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I wouldn't give them that pass because literally they've done so many different cultures, and like they have so many. Blizzard is truly one of the games that I can say has representation for so many different cultures. So it's like they're not incapable of doing it. They're huge. They are 100%.
What I'm saying is, I think that they're like, if you look at their team, I can guarantee there's maybe like 5 black people that work. And like, what I'm saying is, I want them to expand that. Like, I want more black people on their team so that they can't be like, well, we don't, I don't know, man. I don't know how to make a black woman.
The problem is, to me, like they created the reason I say they made this problem themselves is because they had so long, they had such an opportunity to create, you know, that, like you said, 4 years to create a black woman, and if they haven't done it at this point, that's on them, because now the pressure is there. Had they done it a long time ago, they would have been able to do it. But once you wait 4 years, yes, of course the pressure's on now, because now everybody's expecting it, and if you don't give it to us properly, I'm gonna riot against you once again. I have not forgotten about the issues with the Hong Kong protests either. Like,
no,
y'all had so long to do this that yes, now you probably are scared because you got to do it right.
That's what I'm saying.
Fault.
That's why I'm like, I feel like they were just trying, and they had been teasing Sojourn for like since
so long.
What was that? I want to say it was the Archives event. It was either the Archives event or Retribution. One of the ones that you go into the past and do flashbacks, whatever the fuck. And they had like teased her in the background of like Winston stuff, and so everybody was like, hey, so when we get the black person, and then now they're like, oh shit, we really still didn't give them a black person. Now the pressure is really on, and now that's what I'm saying. I think that they're like afraid that we're gonna be like, this what y'all took 4 years old.
I just feel like that's like a week out for them. Like, you know, like to me, that's not gonna cut it. Like, y'all not that afraid. Like, no.
Oh no, that's not an excuse for them. I'm just saying like what they're probably thinking is like,
they do have a black woman coming up, so you know we're just gonna have to wait and see. And I always
if she looks a mess, Jesus.
I always will still go back and commend Blizzard because
Mhm.
I love the fact that they brought out a first person shooter that and this is also what Marissa's article talks about, Overwatch diversity. You can literally Google it on HPCritical if you can't find it, is there. But props to Marissa also for writing this article. That's another thing that she talks about is that in the beginning they were doing so well. This representation is not just about, of course we all want a Black woman because that's what's missing, but I do give them credit for, creating characters that are older, creating characters that are different nationalities, exactly what Ruthann said. They have that, and I think that's what also is so frustrating about it is that they have the track record for doing a good job, only to ruin that the further they go on. So please check out that article, guys, on hpcritical.com.
I
You're
mean, they
welcome.
also have, characters on the autism spectrum. Just throwing that out
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, yeah.
They really just they
Mhm.
do good job, like good work with the characters that they've made. I just think that like now we're just kind of like, I mean,
Well, let's explore that a little bit. Let's talk about some of the good examples that we've seen, both for LGBT representation, but then also for just representation in general. Because I know that one of the reasons that I was really excited to have this event in Animal Crossing is because there's no gender options anymore. You can just be a person. You don't have to select if you're male or female. They don't just recognize that those are the only two genders. And like I was talking a little bit about with Toby earlier in the event, was that, you can totally be masculine and then still wear a dress. Like that's not closed off to you. You can wear any hairstyle that you want, any article of clothing, any accessory. So I really appreciate the work that Nintendo has kind of put into Animal Crossing to just make it so accessible, and then that you really can try to create yourself. One of the other reasons that I do really like it was that, one of the things that I was kind of thinking of is that, especially with a game like Animal Crossing, you're really kind of locked into, unless you want to start your island over from the beginning, you're locked into those beginning choices. And so I would hate that if you're like, hey, I'm playing this game right now, I'm 14, 15, whatever age you are, you're younger than that, older than that, doesn't matter. And then, you start to look at these different examples and you start to realize that you have a different identity, you have a different orientation than you maybe thought when you first played the game. You don't have to really look at your game and be like, I have to delete my entire island and start over from scratch just to represent who I am. So I guess I kind of want to let's talk about some of the good examples that we've seen, some of the games that we do want to praise for all types of representation in general. So that was kind of like my big example was Animal Crossing. But what do you guys think?
I think too with Animal Crossing, like even with your villagers, like I can give my
Yes.
jock like the prettiest dreamy dress and they're gonna rock it. Like they're gonna wear it around my island. They're not gonna be like, ew, what is this? They're gonna put it on and they're gonna wear it to Nook's Cranny and then back to the Able Sisters and around the beach. Like they're gonna wear it till it falls off.
There's this picture somebody did, and if I find who it really is, I'm because I'm sorry, I've just seen it on Twitter and reshared on Pinterest and everything like that. But Apollo walks up to the person that has that island and says, "Wow, you really look good in that tube top. If I looked half as good as you, I would definitely wear it." And then she just gives him the tube top, and so it's a picture of them standing next to each other in it. So like you said, even with the villagers, they don't really lock them into, oh yeah, Raymond, for example, he's a male cat character, but so many people have given him maid outfits and dresses and stuff
adorable.
like that. I know, he's adorable. So yeah, what are let's talk about that for a little bit. We'll throw it back over to you guys.
I want to say real quick on Animal Crossing that it makes it very open to, like you were saying, people who are either unsure of their orientation or identity. But it also, I think, helps for people like me who don't want to shove it in everyone's faces all the time because we're still, a little nervous about it, and we're still working through a lot of the logistics of it and what it means for us and the path forward. And it's really nice. When I go back to my island, I can just put on shorts. and I'll not change my hair because I can just keep it up in a bun and I look fine. I look like normal me, everyday me. But
Mhm.
when I do go out to like this parade, which thank you for show up.
Oh, you're breaking up. I'm sorry.
Marissa said she's sorry, like she made him break up. Like
I know.
But I think, just like Dana was saying, like I admire games that let me be me, like make choices that I would make, look like I would look. Like yes, there are some games where I'm just like, yeah, I want to be like a black bisexual queen, and then they give me ugly hair or ugly outfits, or they make me.
Oh my god, they do dread so bad in every game.
Every game. They give you like braids with like no edges, like you know what I'm saying. But like there are some like there are games like even with Animal Crossing, like there's something for me to connect to. Like you said, I just want a bisexual queen in a game that don't gotta die. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
go ahead, because I don't know of any, but like from the games that I've played, but I'm sure they're out there. I just need more of them. Like I like Jarrell said, you wrote an article about burying your gays, quote unquote.
Yeah,
and it was just like
yeah, and the thing was is that I didn't even realize how bad that trope was until I had found it initially after Life is Strange came out. And when you really start to go through the examples, there are so many people, especially lesbian and bisexual women, like that is who gets affected the most by this trope. That they have to meet some unfortunate ends by the end of their story. It is either a death, it's some sort of disease, it's something that forever changes their life for the worst.
And it's been Life is Strange was like one of the worst of them because like it was either like
spoiler alert.
No, I'm not trying to spoil anything, but it's like both of the choices were like terrible.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
There was no like completely good option where like everyone was happy. It was almost as if like, damn, if I choose this one, everybody gonna die. If I choose this one, the love of my life gonna die. Like, can we
is there some sort of middle option?
Yeah, is there like can I just think about it a little more? Because like I don't really know what to do.
I'm gonna use Animal Crossing as an example.
Is Animal Crossing the only good option?
Yeah, no, it's actually going to be a bad example, and then I'm going to go into it.
Because
I'm actually using Animal Crossing as a bad example.
Because I was like, dang, I really don't have any good examples.
And then I'm going to what I think is a good example. First, Animal Crossing's localization team is the reason that you don't have gender options, because originally the game does have gender options. And it's Japanese release. But also, I think they started off really well, but I think they're also an example of a good intention that has no follow through. Because I've seen people make some amazing outfits and hairstyles for different cultures that we cannot get. So until we get some more, until we get some more options, with all these updates, I think they're a really good example of a great idea, great execution, but not enough follow through.
I can see that. I need more black hairstyles.
You have like four black hairstyles, I think, in
Animal
Crossing.
That's a lot more than I was gonna give them. I'm sorry.
You know what? You got one. You got some dreads, and then I like the dreads. I ain't gonna lie. I like the dreads.
Not for me. Like I don't have dreads. I don't like.
Yeah.
No, I mean not for you to wear them, but I like that the option is there.
Yeah, but they never mind.
They too loosey up for you. They just
like it's like you said, I don't know what it is about black hair that like messes with game developers' heads, but
It's
they
because
just
they don't have
cannot
enough. Yeah, they
get
don't
it
know how to do
right.
it. They don't have the representation in like their own development team to make it look good.
Like Claudette, I just
Oh
So
yeah.
bad
it
every
burns
time.
in my soul because she's a smart black woman and she
Yeah.
ain't got no edges. She has no edges. Her
Her
hair
the ends of her hair are just a mess,
a
frayed. Like
mess.
what is that? Heat damage? Like girl, what you doing?
Right.
Put your damn
I
hat on.
honestly, and like people have just been like, oh well, she's like in like an endless death trial. Like, why are you complaining? Why Meg hair don't look like that? Why Kim
Yeah.
hair don't
Facts.
look like that?
Why does she
Like,
have this beautiful side cut with a star in
yeah,
it, but then Claudette just
freshly
looks like a
shaven.
mess every time?
Who is Meg's barber? The entity? Like,
Yeah. The spider god
the spider
themselves comes
goddess
down.
herself. But like, I want more of like myself in game. Because like you said, people have like an opportunity to tell a different story and then it's the same thing. It's kind of like, well, why do I want to play it? Like I don't like, even I think Ruth was talking about Grand Theft Auto. Like I ain't care about Michael or Trevor. I wanted to play as a black woman. I don't really care about Franklin either, but he black, so I mean, I guess. But I just want a black gay girl. I'm sorry.
I mean,
So,
it's gonna be a while before that's like a forefront character, clearly. Because I mean, like a game that I thought had really good representation as far as like a strong female lead that I loved was Horizon Zero Dawn. Like some people don't love the game, I love the game, and they basically were like, they made such a big deal out of Sony making this woman like the main character. Like, oh, Sony is throwing everything to the wind, and it's like, why? Like, what is so difficult for y'all to want to get behind this? Like, I really
Yeah.
don't
And
understand
it's a
what it
good
is.
game. Like,
Yeah,
It
it's
was
a
a
really
good
good
game.
game.
Now, I mean, could it have had more diversity? Yes,
yes.
but I mean,
Mhm.
I thought
But
as far as like a strong female role, like I thought that was a good step for them, and I'm looking forward to more lead characters from Sony first party games that are going to give me something to want to get behind. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like another example for me is For Honor. I don't know, like I didn't really get into it long enough to stick around, but I remember when it first came out, one of the things that I really enjoyed was that you could pick your skin to like you could
Mm-hmm.
make varieties within your character to kind
Yes.
of represent who you were playing. Like so you had this strong black Viking woman and I was like, oh bitch, I'm gonna buy it. Like
Right.
I
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was mad
Say
because
less.
I didn't play it as much as like I wish I would have been able to enjoy it. It was kind of like, all right, this was fun. I'm done. But I mean, it did give me that like, oh, okay, this is good. Like this is fun. This is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
to me, things like that I don't know. Like it does make a difference to me if I can't um make a character in my image. It doesn't necessarily mean that I won't play the game, but it's just something about it that it's kind of like a boost to morale for yourself, you know?
Yeah. You can't really
Yeah.
identify with them. It's like I don't really know how they're feeling. Now, one game I will say, like this don't have nothing to do with it, but like with with Red Dead Redemption, that was the only game that had a character that like made me feel something that didn't look like me. Or,
Oh
didn't
yeah.
have that was the only game I cried
Yeah.
multiple times during that game. But, I like you said, if I can't relate to that character, it's really hard for me to like get into it. Like I'll probably put it down before, they even announce like a new DLC. Like, oh, okay, I'm bored.
well, my good option, this might be controversial based on everything I've already said,
Ooh.
but my good example is actually Pokemon. And that is just because I think the Pokemon Company has done a really, really great job, even in advertising their game and ensuring that their games look like the world. And by that I mean if you look at the if you look at the trainers in Pokemon Sword
Yeah.
and Shield, Pokemon what the flip are they called?
Gym leaders?
Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yes.
The ones you mainly have to fight,
Yes. I mean, if you look at the gym leaders, they're all so diverse. That was something that I really, really loved about this game. The first guy that you fight, Milo, like this is like some big stocky dude. He's not
He's
just this like
beautiful.
Yeah.
like he's not just this average white guy. Like he's got some built body on him. I'm like, okay.
Yes, thick
Yeah.
daddy.
And then the second one is Nessa. I am literally in love with Nessa.
Yes.
There was all that controversy about how people were whitewashing her as a character and all this
For
other
no
stuff,
reason.
and they were using her. But I think that shows that the big thing about this is that Pokemon is for children, but it's also a cross-generational title, right? So I think it's really cool that I can go play Pokemon and I can show my niece Nessa and she can be in love with it as much as I am, so I love that children are also able to be exposed to different races and body types. I mean, oh my god, what is her name? Melody. Oh my
Yes.
god,
Yeah.
when I saw her, I was
Thick.
like, thick business, like
Thick.
yes, Melody, like
That-
Thicker than a bowl of cold
Hey.
oatmeal, boy.
come home, Melanie. Like, I got
Yeah.
a place for
I'm
you.
about to move in with Melanie. What you mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I am here for all that type of representation that's in the game. We had that old ass lady who had you to guess how.
Opal.
Like,
She was
Yeah.
amazing. I loved
Opal.
her.
Opal was great.
and I still think that Pokemon does have a ways to go for customization as well.
Yeah.
They can do more cultural references, but I do think that forefront representation of your gym leaders that lineup. If you look at the picture of that lineup, it is diverse as fuck. Like it is
Yeah,
the world.
it
you
is.
know?
Great.
It's not just one thing. It is what our world looks like, and I appreciate Pokemon for that. And that's one of the reasons I love it so much right now, because there's so many options there, and they continue to expand. And even all their commercials, like I have to give it to the Pokemon Company. I was watching the Pokemon Smile commercial, and I was like, oh my god, look at this black lady and her adorable ass little daughter. Like I am so here for this. Look at that. You have Asian representation, you have black representation. Like it is. They're choosing to do this. They know that they are worldwide. They're aware that their audience is what the world is. It's a diverse audience, and that marketing is specific. And I'm actually going to shout out Nintendo as well, because a lot of their commercials, especially for the Switch, I know we've talked about this on previous podcasts before, but the Switch definitely has, in its advertising, it has all types of age groups, all types of people. And I think Nintendo's really, really good at making sure that they represent all types of people when they're advertising the Switch. And Pokemon is like, hey, we don't have no ass like people, we got this beautiful black girl that's actually a model. Like she is a model / trainer. Like she grew up, and you get backstories as well. That old ass fire gym man, he's just an older man. I'm gonna let him live. I ain't mad at him. Like they have such personality, and they're all such different people. And I really think that if games took that idea and ran with it, like populate your world. Oh, another one is I always talk about this actually now. Final Fantasy VII, the remake. They did a really good job at populating their world with people.
Yeah.
There is a and by people I mean like diverse people. There is a mission that you have to do in which there are these two kids that are lost, and it's this adorable ass little black girl and this little Asian boy, and I'm just like, oh my god, like I literally took so many screenshots, and I was like, they are so cute. And it's not just like, because you're playing in the real world, you get to see the diversity of the world, and that makes a difference when you have a Japanese company coming straight out of Square Enix, and if they can do this in fucking Japan with like very few black people on the development team, I'm sure. I don't understand why no one else can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something I wanted to touch on too. I think that it's interesting how I want to say it was me and Philippe. Philippe here. Shout out to my boy. Hey. But we talked about how in a lot of media, not just games, but in TV shows and in movies, a lot of the gay, if there is a gay lead, or, you know, someone on the LGBTQ spectrum lead, they're always like connected to like a white partner, or they're like light skinned with a white partner. Like in, I don't know what episode that was of Black Mirror, but like she was gay, and then she had a girlfriend, she was white. There's just been, I could just pull up a whole picture of like LGBTQ people and their like white partners. I don't know why that is. I don't know if like people think that's more like palpable, or like,
yeah, to show it more as being like interracial as opposed to just why can't we have two people of the same race? Why can't we have two black women who are gay who are together? Like,
it shouldn't
and then matter. What?
Something else I thought was interesting just from this conversation is that it really shows how intersectional representation really is. Because yes, this is a podcast about LGBTQ representation, but it's also about, like Jarrell said, about representing different ages, representing different races. Like, you know, you can't have black rights without trans rights. You can't have, you know, black rights without bisexual. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that, it's a concept that really intersects different ideas about having disabilities, about race, you know, about socioeconomic class. It's something that really, that all these issues are related. And I just thought that this conversation was interesting because, you know, even though we are talking about like, oh, you know, Ellie is, you know, lesbian, like, we're also talking about, sorry, spoiler alert for, I think, I don't know if it was DLC or like a prequel.
Yeah, the DLC.
But like, the first girl that she had this interaction with was black. And she died. Like, it was literally just for Ellie's character development. This interaction
like
that she had.
She's sacrificial, like.
Yeah, and it was just kind of like nothing else was like important to her character other than she was the girl that Ellie kissed and then died.
Yeah, kind of more for her whole purpose is for that formative moment. It's not for who she is as a character.
Don't know nothing about this girl.
So we've got. Sorry, go ahead. Finish off your thought.
I was just gonna say. So I really think that, you know, we need more representation, like you said, like we all said, it needs to continue to evolve as not just like saying a character is this way specifically to like push a point, you know, just that they are that person, and you know, whatever they label themselves or choose not to, you know, is their business. But it shouldn't be used as like a trope to push games or anything like that.
So with a little bit of time that we have left, because we've been going for about an hour on this podcast, let's talk about what we kind of hope to see in the future. You know, of course, some changes, because I know that we all pretty much started out the podcast by saying that we would want to continue to see representation grow. But what are either some games that you have high hopes for? I know that a lot of people are talking about Cyberpunk and some of the things that are going to be coming to it. But what are some other things that you want to see, both from games, but then also just maybe from the industry or from entertainment itself?
Black gay women. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
But I think like you need to have diverse developers. Like the development team itself needs to have representation that will correspond with the people who are going to be purchasing your games. You know what I'm saying? Like it starts from like Jarrell highlighted Square Enix, because like for them to be able to do it, it's like, why can't the rest of y'all do it? But I honestly believe that like if somebody has that voice on the team, then you're more likely to have those things be portrayed within the games or within the movies or whatever media it is that you're consuming. If you have people who are can represent that themselves, then they're going to push for those things to be in the forefront. That's something that I think I don't understand why it's not done. There are plenty of diverse people who are talented who are not given the opportunities that they should be. So that to me is like an issue that definitely the industry itself needs to be looking within to fix. Like that's to me like that's something that should be an easy fix for them. I don't see why why it's so hard for them to get that done.
Yeah.
That's literally exactly what I was saying. Like you can't, as long as you have that on I completely agree. As long as you have that on the development team, there is someone there that you can talk to about that. And even if you don't have that on the development team, like you should, but even if
Get
you
it.
don't, one of the things that you can do is hire a diversity consultant. Pay someone to talk to you about what you need. I think a really good example is Frozen 2. Before they decided to go on with that movie, they had a conversation with the tribe that they were representing to make sure that they were doing justice to what they were serving. There's no reason that these huge companies can't do exactly the same thing. But what you need to do is hire more people anyway, so that you don't have to, reach out. And if you are doing something representative of someone else, do what they did. And I know it's Disney. I know they've got a shit ton of money. I know it's easy for them to do that. But if you want to represent a character that you're creating properly, you reach out to that person to do so. And even now, I have friends that will come to me about conversations that we can talk about. It doesn't necessarily, obviously this is on a smaller scale, but when I'm writing something or when Marissa's writing something, we'll consult over it because you don't want to, because we care, we don't want to misrepresent something or someone or anything that we're talking about. So I think it's just that simple. And I'm going to be quiet some more.
And then I'm going to be quiet again. Don't worry.
No, I mean, just kind of agreeing with Jarrell there is that I think that is one of the easiest solutions, and also with what you guys were saying earlier too, is that either hire more members of your team who can help you with that representation. That can be that kind of firsthand experience that you want to represent, that you want to have in your video game, or even if you're, kind of going through blindly without realizing that you lack representation, having more people on your team to kind of show that you do and show that, there are certain things that are missing or absent. Just having those people on your team is going to be enough to kind of rectify it. But if you don't have those members on your team and you're still passionate about something, to just reach out and talk to people within either that, if we're talking about LGBTQ plus, like reach out to the community. They want to have those conversations. They want to be represented correctly. Like I'm sure that there's a lot of resources that they could go to for free to talk about things. There's a lot of ways to educate yourself for free. And same thing with any type of representation, like we were talking about. If you're representing, someone on that spectrum of autism, if you're representing someone who's, a different race, a different culture, then you can still reach out and kind of educate yourself. I know that when I wrote the Overwatch diversity article, there was a comment on it that said, that's so much to ask Blizzard to do, to go out and talk to these people because it's going to take money. But Blizzard? It doesn't have enough money to do that.
Not even just that. Y'all don't got no friends. Y'all.
Yeah, you
can't call your friend for free. What?
Yeah, you can't call them, show them a little bit of concept art, be like, hey, this is on the download, don't talk about this concept art, but help me improve it, help me make sure that I'm representing it correctly. And I know we keep bringing up Overwatch and Blizzard, but, I don't think that it's as difficult as people make it seem. I think that, it's a lot of the times it's used as an excuse for what we could ultimately create into something more beautiful and more open and more accepting and more representative of, like Jarrell was kind of saying, of just our world in general. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to, while we were on that train of thought, to add in my thoughts too.
I will say though, like, to me, they have zero excuse, because not only do they have the backing as far as money goes, they have community programs that are already set up. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have these chats that they're able to reach out to their community and say, hey, what are some things that you want to see in our gaming? What are some things that would make you happy as, if you were to see this, how would you feel about it in representation of yourself? Or, they have those avenues. So it's not like this multi-million-dollar company does not have the backing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just an excuse by somebody who doesn't care to see that stuff in their games defending what they're seeing happening. Like, that to me.
And I think too, like you were saying, comments about, that's a lot of, to ask of Blizzard to do. It's kind of like it's people who have that representation already. Like if you notice, there's rarely ever someone from a marginalized group that's just like, that's too much. I don't even want that. Like, no, like, it's people who, yeah, no, I don't even want to be represented in games. I don't even, no thanks. Like, it's always people who always see themselves in games. There's always a white male in games. There's always a white female in games. It's always those people, and it really confuses me because I'm just like, who asked you? We are not talking about you right now.
Yeah, this is a different type of conversation we're having. It's not.
Yeah, it's not really about you. I know that's hard to like fathom mentally, but like it's not. But I just find it funny to me because it's always these cis hetero white males that are just like, why would we need that? Why we want that? We don't even need that. Ew, why is this female the lead in the game? Because why not? Like,
yeah, exactly. Why not tell different stories?
Yeah, like they exist.
Yeah.
They really, oh gosh. I could just go on and on about just the problems in the gaming community.
I mean, yeah, that's a whole other podcast.
That is a whole other can of worms that nobody asked me for.
I think that
in the world, words of Jarrell, I'm gonna stop talking.
No, I think though, like that to me, you were asking like other things that we're looking forward to. So like, I am looking forward to Cyberpunk because they also are going with a non-binary main character that you create for yourself. So I think they're going to. I mean, it was a lot of controversy surrounding the whole issue and everything, but I mean, I feel like they are going in the right direction, and I see this as something once again where like I can play myself and see myself be the hero in that game, and I think that's really what it comes down to. Like, I just want to see myself be the hero sometimes. Like, I don't want to be a secondary character. I don't want to be the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me be the hero too. And I feel like that's a game that's definitely going to. That and Spider-Man, like Jarrell said earlier in the podcast, those are two games that I'm definitely looking forward to, just for that reason. So I mean, to me, if I can play a black person, I'm already happy. Like, I'm obviously not a half Hispanic, half black male who's gonna be swinging from buildings, but to me, like,
I didn't get bit by a radioactive spider, but
yeah, but like
I can work with it.
Definitely, I look forward to things like that. So, those are just some other things that I am looking forward to. Just to touch on that as well, as far as things that are upcoming in the gaming industry right now. That's it for me.
And then I don't know if Dana's back all the way, because I know that we lost you there for a little bit. But if you are. Hi, I missed your voice. Hi.
Thank you.
So what are some of the things that you're looking forward to in gaming to come? What are some of the things that you want to see?
Like I was saying earlier, I am one of those people who like when representation is there and it's not used to like describe a character like outright. Like, it's not they are this and that's the only thing you ever get about them. I like to see a lot of diversity in the character with the orientation or race or what have you. But I like to see that there's more to them and that they are still a proper character and they add more than just that to a game. I think it's kind of cheap if you add someone as representation and that's all it is. I think that kind of takes away from the whole purpose.
Yeah. I agree with that because I know that we were talking about that with like Soldier and Tracer. You know, I remember specifically when Soldier got announced as being gay, that it was Jarell and I in the chat kind of being like, how do you feel about it? I don't really know. Because it was one of those things that we were talking about with Overwatch is that since the story isn't really inherently in the game, was it one of those like, oh yeah, we're going to say it because people want more LGBT representation in the game? Or was that always the true intention? Was Soldier always intended to be gay? Or is that something that just got invented? So I definitely get it in that perspective of like, I want continued good representation in gaming. I don't want someone to just be labeled as something without there being follow through, without there being devotion to it, without there being a true purpose to it. But you know, at the same time, like, you know, I definitely do want to see more of our world, how it truly is kind of reflected in gaming. I do want more diverse characters. You know, and it doesn't have to be that that's like, oh yeah, this is the gay character and they're all about being gay and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, it doesn't, Soldier doesn't have to come out of the fucking gate with a pride flag. But I want to know that he was always intended. I mean, I'm down if they want to make a skin for it.
I
Like,
was
I
gonna
honestly
say,
believe
I'll wear it.
take that Evil Knievel skin, put a pride flag on the back. I don't care. Do it.
Do
I
it.
rock it.
Yeah,
Same thing
absolutely.
with Tracer. She's got the flag around her back. Like, we just updated a little bit. It's fine. But I get what you're saying is that I want the representation to be there for a reason. I don't want it to just be something that they pull out because, oh, we know that people want this, so we're just going to slap it on something haphazardly without really thinking about it or looking into it.
I feel like that goes a long way for the actual representation itself because I feel when you do it, like we were saying, like haphazardly or just kind of toss it in there, then that kind of illegitimizes what they are. And it feels like that's all they offer. And that's definitely not the case. Like, you are so much more than that. And I think that it's it is very situational, but in the situation of games like Apex and Overwatch, where, you know, the story is in the forefront, as we keep repeating, that doesn't have to be like a huge part of everything. So that's why I like Apex for the way they did it, because even the people who just play over and over again and never look any deeper, they won't know. But I'm sure at some point or another, someone will bring it up to them. And then they'll see that this person who they thought was just, you know, quote unquote, a normal person is in the spectrum of, you know, LGBT or on the autism spectrum or what have you. And then they can see that it's more than like I don't know how to really put it in words. It doesn't. It's not all you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We are still people. You know what I mean? We are still humans, and we do human things.
Well, and just like you. Oh, sorry.
No.
Just like you were talking about Birdo, you know, I think that once that representation's in the game, it definitely opens up conversations and makes topics more approachable, you know, so just having those little bits. And like you were saying that, I forgot their character name. Was it Bloodhound? I don't play
Bloodhound is the non-binary one, yeah?
Yeah, so just like you were saying, how you pick up on, they're always referred to as they. They're always referred to as they. You know, like you keep picking up on it, and then people can start asking questions about, like, they never say he, like, what's up, you know?
That was another really big thing as well, is because I know a lot of people who are a little more closed-minded were playing, and I could see on different platforms, it was actually kind of heartbreaking to see them very incorrectly say, well, we can hear it's a man voice acting, and it first of all, it's not.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
So I think, you know, these people who were more closed-minded, I think that the opportunity is now there for them to learn, and I think that that's a great way to introduce them and to start them on their journey of getting more knowledgeable on things like this.
And that's what I was going to say, why I disagree with y'all. Because, or rather with you, I think it needs to be upfront. I don't like that it's in a story. And the reason I say that is because of exactly what you said. I loved one of the things I loved so much about Overwatch was that when people came out and Diva was a tank and all these dude bros had to play as a tank Diva, I was like, get fucked. I'm laughing at every one of you assholes who's like, oh my god, I have to play as a girl. She is the pinkest, prettiest, cutest girl in the world.
Mm-hmm. I think too, though, thinking about that, it's one of those things where it's like, I really hate when people are like, oh, shouldn't you be playing Diva or like Zarya or like Mercy because you're like a girl, you've got like a vagina and like making sandwiches, and it's like, no, I'm gonna beat your ass with Reinhardt and then I'm gonna tell you to eat my ass. Like I'm
gonna charge you from here
to the edge of the map to Junkertown, okay? and you're gonna deal with it. Like I like that Overwatch is so broad because yes, I do want to play myself, but sometimes I just want to be an old white man in armor. Like
you know, like I refer to people as their character usually when I'm playing Overwatch.
Yeah,
so
same.
I'll be like, oh, Diva's coming, she's on her way, and it's some dude, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's okay. We're
now some people get upset about it.
We're not hooked on those types of great, get mad at it, like call yourself out for being an asshole because oh my god, they refer to, guess what, you're playing as a girl, dude, so you're gonna be that girl. And I think that if, you know, games continue to call that out, like I remember people were like, oh, I'm never gonna play Soldier anymore. That's fine. Don't play Soldier anymore.
Thank you.
And I think if Gibraltar was, you know, at the forefront, if that story was at the forefront and we had to talk about it more, like if it was a part of who they were and it was in the front of the game, like that creates a much easier conversation. And I'm like, yeah, this is this person. If you don't like it, don't play it. Get fucked.
Yeah.
But now I know who you are because you have a problem with that. I want to see it up front a lot of the times. Like I understand that it doesn't have to be. I just personally like when it is because I like having those conversations with people. And the quickest way to have those conversations is by having that up front for people to understand. And especially because representation is learning. So if you don't get to see, if you never get, I know Dana said that, you know, someone might bring it up to you, but if you never get to see that, it doesn't really represent you learning about that character, because if you don't take the time to learn about it, or if no one ever tells you, you'll never know. And I think that's a lot of missed opportunities come up when that happens. So I would love it if it was, you know, and I also think if it were forefront, that wouldn't be, I wouldn't have to question whether Soldier was actually gay. Like if I knew from the beginning, I wouldn't have to be like, did y'all just, like, are y'all?
Yeah,
like, is this private?
That, or
is this one of those, like,
honestly,
on it? Or
that's
like,
what I was saying too. The only reason that it came out, but basically the only reason that it was such like a big deal is because like it wasn't like Blizzard was just like, hey, so Soldier's gay, okay, bye, logs out of everything. But in the comics, there was like a reference to Soldier, either like, I don't know if it was when he like quote unquote died, but basically him and his partner were no longer together. And so Anna talking about how, you know, she had, like, they had family, and how Soldier had a family, and Reaper also had a family for some reason. Oh, that poor kid. But you know, and that's how it got brought up in that comic of Anna being like, yeah, y'all had families, and like, you know, y'all had to leave those behind, you know, and she kind of like felt bad for him. That's the only reason that like it, like, people knew about it in the game, was because somebody was like, oh shit, Soldier's gay. Like, that type of like realization, not necessarily that Blizzard was like, hey, so he's gay, okay, never mind, bye, do with that what you will. Like, because some companies are just like, hey, so pride flag, okay, it's July now, pride flag off. Like, I think that it was just something that was like, I think it was always a part of Soldier's character. I think that, you know, like you said, people were just kind of like, oh my God, like, here's this old man and he over here shooting, but he's also gay.
I think you have to make people uncomfortable sometimes, and
that's what
in your shoes to have them learn.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I love that, you know, Diva's a tank. Like, you have to play this tiny female tank so that you can experience that. You know, you have to play this gay old man if that's like the style that you want. That you have to embody that for the time that you're playing Overwatch. And that's why I think it's really important to have that representation. Like, you have to step out of yourself and experience the story from someone else. Like, yes, y'all all do need to go play Miles Morales, you know, as Spider-Man. You can, hopefully, if done well, you can see the different experiences that Miles would have from Spider-Man. Like, you learn from that. So I do think all of us can learn from stepping into the shoes of another character if portrayed and done well. And that's why I think the representation should be at the front. Even if it's, hey, this is a non-binary character and they're a normal person. Guess what? You just learned that non-binary people are normal fucking people.
Yeah, I was just about to say, with your example of you have to embody Soldier, you're not going to play him any different now that you know that he's gay. You know, that doesn't
like as if knowing that he's gay, you're just like, well, let me pull up my pride flag, plant it in the ground, come get some healing, y'all.
Yeah, like it doesn't change anything about him because he's always been the same character. It's just that now you know this other facet of his life. And so, you know, I definitely see it now more so because of that example. Like, I'm still fine with, you know, little touches here and there and then maybe something big coming out. But then when you were talking about, no, let's make it more direct and make it more in your face, you know, so that way if you do play Soldier, you know, the day before that comic comes out, and then you have to play Soldier the day after that comic comes out, hey, guess what? It's the same dude. Like, nothing changed. I don't...
Yeah. You know how some people are insecure about their sexual orientation. That's what Terrell said. That make people uncomfortable. I think the people who are comfortable in themselves are not uncomfortable with the fact that Soldier was gay. Like, they're not uncomfortable playing Diva. And it's the people who really need to take a step back and think about
why. Like, why is
people exist? Like, why are you, like, thrown off by the fact that Soldier's
expose
gay?
them. Expose them. Everybody
literally, like, you need to think about yourself as a person. Why does it make you uncomfortable that this fictional character may or may not like people of the same sex?
Yeah, or that they may or may not like other fictional characters of the same gender.
Like, they exist. People, like, LGBT people exist in real life. Why would they not exist in games? And, like, if you don't want to play Soldier, cool, you weren't getting no kills. So, go ahead and switch. Like, I don't know what you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't change anything for anybody else. Like, oh, man, you know, I can't play Soldier, I can't play Tracer, they're gay. Okay, well, play Junkrat. Like, it's kind of just one of those things where it's just like, you just need to have a conversation between you and your God about what you're focusing on. Because if that makes you uncomfortable, you probably need to have a good self-reflection.
Yeah, as to why that is. So we are just about at the end. I will go ahead and ask if anyone has any kind of like last thoughts before we end our podcast and then end our stream. So last thoughts, Jarrell, on this conversation, what do you got?
I think I've pretty much run it into the ground. But, you know, hire people of diverse backgrounds. Reach out to diversity consultants, pay them as they should be, create new experiences for us, create new spaces for us to explore those experiences. PlayStation for life.
Yeah.
And I say that just because we have Miles Morales on the horizon, we have Kena Bridge of Spirits coming up. Project Athia features a female protagonist. The Last of Us, however divisive it is, does have Ellie and this lesbian relationship as the forefront of the character. Props to Nintendo continuing to feature diversity in their ads. Props to Pokemon for giving us Rose and Nessa and Melanie and coming up Peony, and I believe his daughter might have been spoiled a little bit. All these characters that have different skin tones so that children can experience them and see that we're all the same, even though we have lived different experiences. Bless you all. Go play games.
Okay, so final thoughts from Kayla.
My only thought is for properly represented Black women, and that's for different religions, different styles, goth, kawaii girl. Like, I want more representation because Black women aren't a monolith. We are as diverse as they come as far as groups go, and like I said before, it's a intersection, not just LGBT, Black, or Latino, Asian. We're all people at the end of the day, and we deserve to have rights and deserve to be represented in games properly, not just as characters. And that's my final thought.
Alrighty, final thoughts for Dana.
I think that we are in a very unique time. As far as representation in games, I think that we're seeing a lot more. I want to say daily, but realistically, it's as new games are being developed, which is not daily. But I like that. I like to see that there's a lot more coming, and I am hopeful for the future of it. I just hope that it's, as we've talked about, not done as a cash grab or as secondary to what a person actually is. We have been doing this conversation for a little bit, and Jarrell keeps beating me with his point, and I'm seeing more and more each time he explains it to me, and I'm learning more and more, and I still have a lot to learn, and I love seeing the different perspectives, and I am definitely seeing Jarrell's a lot more after this, and I appreciate Jarrell for it so much. Thank you.
Dana, I appreciate
Oh my god, I
you
was
so
about
much.
to say, oh my god, Dana, you are adorable.
Thank you.
I appreciate
Final
you.
thoughts. Dana's great.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ruth Ann, your final thoughts.
Pretty much everybody already kind of touched on it. Representation matters. Representation is extremely important. Not just for this generation of gamers, but for the next generation of gamers. And I hope that companies will strive to do better. Some companies are doing better, and they need to be seen and recognized for it. And I just hope that others continue to strive to do better.
Alrighty. Yeah, and I really just kind of agree with everyone. I'm hoping that as we go forward in the future of gaming, that we will see more diverse teams when it comes to when it comes to development. That we're seeing more team members who can represent things more accurately. If a company doesn't have that representation, to actually go out and find the resources and educate themselves and have those conversations and really get to the heart of what it is they're trying to make their game about, so that way it is done properly and not, as we've kind of said, haphazardly and just maybe because it's convenient at the time to do so. But I would really love to see continued diverse characters represented. I think that no one can really make an argument against a female lead not really reaching a broad audience, especially because The Last of Us 2 is now Sony's fastest selling exclusive. So I feel like more than anything that just shows that there's no more excuses. And everything that we've been talking about, that there's really no more excuses, that there should be more representation, whether it's LGBT, whether it's race, whether it's different religions and different cultures and stuff like that. I feel like there's really no more excuse to just make continued beautiful stories and gaming experiences all wrapped around that, as long as we continue to see those changes both from the development standpoint as well as from the story and the character standpoint. So I think that...
One more thing.
Yes, do it!
Sorry, this is a shameless plug. If you like what we're doing, you want to learn more about us, you can visit our website at HPCritical.com. We have a number of awesome articles by a great team. We have segments, podcasts like this one, streaming, and much more. And please sign up to the newsletter to keep up with everything we're doing. This is the end of this month's stuff. I know I'm doing all this in the podcast, but this is the end of our month's celebrations. We had, as Brandon mentioned, Pokemon and Smash yesterday and Pride today. It's been a crazy weekend for all of us, but please look forward to what we have next month and sign up for the newsletter. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, I'm not done though.
Okay.
And if you check us out and you decide that you like us a lot, we do have a Patreon now.
Yes.
Yes, HPCritical.com/Patreon. Help us out.
I just want to say real quick that that baton pass was amazing.
Thank you.
It really was.
It really was. I'm feeling it.
It was very impressive.
Alrighty, so that's going to close out our first ever live podcast. I want to thank everyone so much who stuck around and watched. I want to thank everyone who participated. I want to thank all of our beautiful models who showed up and showed off their fashion today. Thank you guys so much for making this such a beautiful, welcoming event for everyone and for just hanging out with us and making it such a good time. We had a little bit of technical difficulties there in the beginning, so thank you so much for sticking around and making this event beautiful with us. But that's going to close it out for our podcast, and I'll hand it over to Brandon. I don't really know all the streaming stuff so well.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. So, please close the window. Oh, is someone trying to leave already? Oh, that's fine. I guess we're pretty much done anyway. But Spite Alpha says hey and follows. Thank you so much for that. At the very end, I appreciate that so much.
And Joe, I see you in chat. You're awesome.
You're awesome. Yeah.
Oh, another thing.
Yeah, what's up?
Another really, really big thank you for these 3 days, because we reached not only our $100 but our $200 goal for the Trevor Project.
Yes, thank you guys so much for that.
Yeah, we're 210. Yeah, we're over it.
Yeah, we crushed that goal.
Thank you.
Absolutely
crushed it. All right.
The fashion show is wrapping up right now. We're actually ending our stream right now, so I apologize in chat. It's a little late. I'm sorry.
I apologize, but hey, if you want to see the highlights from the fashion show, it should be in 2 parts because we did have a technical difficulty earlier, so it should be split into 2 parts. But if you check out our YouTube channel, HP Critical, you can check out the entirety of the fashion show yourself. It was beautiful, and I hope you enjoy it because we all had a great time performing it. But anyway, that is going to wrap up this stream. We had, I think this went really well. We had all that, and we had our live podcast at the very end there, so very cool. So yeah, we are going to be wrapping this up for now. We got a few of the streams coming up. Tomorrow, it is Min Min launch day. So the current plans is on the same channel, HP Critical, on both Twitch and YouTube. We'll be starting at 8 p.m. If Min Min is not out, I'll be doing a little bit of pre-stream with Tokyo Mirage Sessions, just doing a little bit of progress there. And as soon as I get the notification from Twitter that Min Min is live and the connection is actually stable, we'll be playing with her and just trying her out and see how that goes. So that'll be tomorrow at 8 p.m. on HP Critical. You can check that out. And this is not the end of Animal Crossing stuff. No, in July, we're going to be, if you follow our website, HP Critical, and our social media, which I'm going to give you guys in a second, we got a bunch of streams planned for the month of July, but we can give you a little hint of what's to come. This Saturday, It's July 4th. It's supposed to be the fireworks day in Animal Crossing. So we're going to be doing a stream that day. Don't know the exact time yet. We'll be announcing that on the social media when it gets a little closer to time. It'll also be in our stream schedule, so you can check that out as well. We plan to have a few people for that as well. You know, watch the fireworks, listen to some KK music. Should be a good time. But yeah, that is going to do it. One more time, if you enjoyed this podcast / stream, you can visit our website hpcritical.com, because we got a number of articles written by a great team of writers, and podcasts and streams just like this one, like the ones I mentioned. You can sign up to our newsletter to always be up to date on our wonderful team, and that'll also give you information for future tournament signups or events just like this fashion show, so you'll be able to catch it when that goes live. And, of course, if you want to follow our social media as well, we are HP Critical Gaming on Instagram. On Twitter, we are at critical_HP. And finally, we're on Facebook at HP Critical. You can follow all of those to know what's coming out. And, again, a final thank you to everyone that participated in all 3 days of activities. The Pokemon tournament on Friday, the Smash tournament on Saturday, which had a great turnout here. And, of course, the Pride Parade / fashion show / podcast. We just wrapped that now. It was a wonderful 3 days. We're going to get some rest for our next big projects for you guys, so stay tuned for that. All right, and that'll end it for now. So, good night, everyone. Thanks for coming. Bye!
Good night.